Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hello. All right. I'll give it up to Orbrak. She's gonna be your host for today. Everyone, say hi, Orbrak. Say hello to Orbrak. What are you doing with the Stuff Post for Showcase that came before the Pride Showcase? We will have another thing for that unless I have time and get to it. I can show it at the end of this. We're gonna do the Pride stuff first, and then hi Kwai, nice to see you. I would join art front, but I can't finish one damn art piece. No, that's so real. You're valid. that is so real because finishing one art piece is very exhausting. Okay, so if you haven't been to a community art showcase before, the work on screen is going to be by members of the community, and what we'll try to do is have like a mod. It's probably going to be Night because the mod is helping me. Pin the artist name of the art that's on the screen, and if you see this little critique open message at the top, that means that the art you're seeing on the screen is open to critique, and you're welcome to join in constructive criticism. My ad tracker's broken, so I don't know what's going on with that. You're welcome to join in constructive criticism on the piece that's shown. If you see it on, if you don't see it, then we're not gonna critique it out of wish of the artist. You know, we don't want to give anyone critique who necessarily doesn't want critique. And when we do give critique, we're gonna try and make sure. Let me get rid of these things out of the way. It's like I really like the Pride flair, but we want to focus on the art. We want to make sure that we're doing constructive criticism and we're building each other up as artists, and you know, all that good stuff. We're building each other up. We're not tearing each other down. So without further ado, let's do the first piece. It's by Stormy. Stormy the Crypt. Stormy with 2 M's and 2 Y's and an underscore. It's by Stormy. You can just put Stormy. This is by Stormy. This is super freaking cute. I love this piece so much. I thought they had, when you talk about Artfight has scoring. Oh, I'm way too big. Let me get the heck out of the way, you guys. Oh. I'm very big and I'm in the way. All right, I think this looks good. Stormy! Wow, Stormy the Crypt. This is by Stormy, and Stormy says, Stormy made this piece this past May. So this is like made. It is critique requested, so we're gonna have critique open for this piece here. I'll make the critique open, like, I'll put it up smaller up there. There we go, so it's not blocking the art as much. Okay, do you guys like my, like, I've kind of been digging these little early 2000s web banner things that are all over my page here. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of the vibe. Anyway, this is by Stormy, and Stormy says, icon completed for Pride Month, my main persona, Stormy wearing a bandana with the music is too loud and I can't think. I'm turning it down a little bit. Stormy wearing a bandana with the disability pride flag. She's a Kieran. That's really cute. I love that so very much. Oh my god, it's adorable. That's so freaking cute. So what are we thinking? Thank you, Knight, for helping with those. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Beagle says, love the white rough brushstrokes behind the character. It gives a sticker look. Yeah, I really love that too. I think the artist, oh, let me get my little pen out and I can scoot around the canvas here. Oh shit. Heck, hold on a second. Something is wrong. Here we go. Weird as heck. Sorry, my tablet, like, is on the wrong monitor. Thank you, 98 Geocities. Yeah, that's what I was kind of going for. Yeah, I really like this, like, this really nice textured white outline. I really appreciate that the white outline is, like, rough and textured, and the use of, like, both a textured brush mixed with, like, a kind of smooth brush here. It creates a really nice variation that I think makes the piece work really well, you know what I mean? Also, right here, you see it in the face paint. The face paint has a nice textured look. It looks like, if I had to guess, I'm looking at this piece by Stormy. I don't know if Stormy has pressure sensitivity on the tablet. It looks like all of the lines are kind of without pressure sensitivity, which makes this piece very impressive because not having very good pressure sensitivity is really hard to work with. Oh my god, Manatee's here! Okay, now it's an official community art showcase. I knew we were missing somebody. Hi! How you doing, Manatee? Nice to see you. Varys is very cute. The scarf around the neck with the whiskers, I'll feel like it get a little hard to read at scale as a profile pic. Did they make it for a profile? Oh yeah, an icon, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point. If it's an icon size, it's gonna be pretty tiny and hard to read. So if you're making art that's like made for an icon, like a Discord icon or, you know, a Twitch icon, or an emote, you want the work to be kind of more readable at a small size. That's why, like, when I do icons, I do like literally like 90% of my thing is the face of the character. And Zan with the cute face! Zan, why are you so nice to me? You're such a sweet freaking friend. I love you so heckin' much. I miss you too, by the way. I hope you've been well. We should take some time and like catch up in the chat. I really do miss you, dude. I hope you've been amazing. And I was thinking about you, actually. I was like wondering like how you've been. Just like in life stuff. We don't talk about it now, but I just want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you. And thank you for being there for me. Thank you so much. 58 months, you're freaking amazing. Yeah, you want to take up the space with the figure. Exactly, if it's gonna be an icon. Like I would scale the character up. I'd zoom in for the top. Like even if we could do this, we should. I would really like that. I will have a lot more time. Like if we grab just the bandana and we like grab around here. Yeah, I'll have more time. Just let me know on Discord like what time works for you and then I'll make it work. Just want to hang out and like chat with you. Seriously, like you're an awesome friend. I've known you for so long and I really appreciate you. And then if we take the character's face and we scale this up so that the character's face takes up. See, now as an icon, I think this becomes more readable at a smaller size. You see what I mean? There you go. It's just like a framing thing. And this is like only if you're intending it to be like, you know, like a profile pic or an icon. Just because generally those are like a little bit smaller. But yeah, and it's like, this is kind of a question of composition, right? And like, yeah, for an icon or like a chat sort of thing, or like an emote, this would be a good emote. And it just depends, like, what do you want out of a piece, right? So it's like, you know, when we're doing a composition, we think about like, what is the intended use of the art? So it's like, if you're doing a square canvas and you want it to be a profile pic, well then let's think about like filling that canvas right up so we can have the character front and center and it's very identifiable. Welcome home! Legend, how has work been, dude? Thanks for joining us. How you doing? And like, if you're intending the piece to be more of a body, like a full body shot, I would consider maybe doing a canvas that's a little more vertical. You know what I mean? Like if we make the canvas more vertical, and I can show you how just like framing the canvas might change the canvas size. Now say we make the canvas like a little bit more vertical like this. And then, you know, let's say you grab the character here. We're gonna grab them here. This is gonna be like a really quick demonstration here, just kind of like composition. I feel like that's a good critique point for this piece though, is the composition and that kind of thing. And then let's say like the flag will fill up this spot, make the flag a little bit bigger, you know? And then now you can make the character a little bit bigger. If this is like, you know, you just want to make it more of like a piece of the full body, you just gotta, you know, make that canvas a little bit more vertical. You know what I mean? Hi Lace, what's up? How you doing? The sketchbook vibes? Yeah, I really like that a lot. I think it's really, really cute. And this is just like ideas for composition work, right? And yeah, you can always do 2 variations, exactly, depending on use. Leaf has a good point. With digital art, we have so many tools to make different versions and everything. Indeterminable? Wait, work is indeterminable? I thought you liked it! No! I thought you liked your coworkers and stuff, dude. What's going on, man? What the heck? For a profile pic, I check it with the circle template. Yes, Bear, that's a really, really good point. Bear has a really good point. For a profile picture, and I am guilty, I need to do this more, because a profile picture on a lot of websites now will only show... New layer. Will only show this part. A lot of profile pictures are circular now, and I think this works pretty well as a circular one. I still think maybe the head could be bigger, but I can't stand the circle profile pictures personally. I don't know like who invented them, like I can't stand them. But yeah, I don't know what else should I like critique about this piece. I really love this. I think it's an amazing use of different textured brushes. I think it's incredible what the artist is doing with what seems to be like no pressure sensitivity on the tablet. And it's just so cute. I love the way they drew the snoot too. The snoot is incredibly cute of the character. This character is like super, super cute. I also think this character works so well with the different colors and the pride flags. It's very, very cute. Also, can we just say the disability pride flag is amazing? Like that's one of the dopest color combos I feel like I've seen. like the blues and the oranges. This has nothing to do with this art piece, but it's just a really cool flag. It's a cool flag. Art fights in 2 days. Yes, we're gonna do a little rack pack inner circle art fight. And everyone's welcome to participate, and it's gonna give you all a place to find art fight folks to trade with, and also get your work shown on stream at the end of the month as well. Yeah, phone lock screen background. Yeah, you just wanna make it 16:9 ratio. This is freaking awesome. Stormy, thank you very much for sharing. If you're watching the VOD, thank you. I love your art, and I always really appreciate seeing it. Your character is so heckin' cute. Let's give some claps to Stormy. Yeah, this pride flag is a disability pride flag right here. I really like it. Are you joining our fight this year? Yeah, I'm gonna be joining it, and I'm gonna be doing our little rack pack art fight. I don't know if I'm gonna join the official one. I might just join our inner server art fight, but I guess I could join one just so that I have a team. Excuse me while I eat a little bit of soup here. You know, soup at dinner. Oh my god, hi Pretzel! What's up? I'm choking. How you doing, Pretzel? We just had our first piece here. You know what I like? Spinach. Spinach! Trying to get TwitchCon tickets while switching jobs on the time will work out for it. Are you like on the way to TwitchCon? Couldn't I? Because I'm driving down, I could come get you. I don't know how far out of the way you are though. I'm not gonna fly, I'm gonna drive. I can't, I hate flying. I'm boarding it. West Coast and you're going to TwitchCon and you want to carpool, I have limited space probably because I have like a bunch of art I'm gonna be taking with me, assuming I get in the artist alley, but I think I'm gonna be driving. Oh my god, this one is so cute. Okay. All right. This next one is by Ethereal Procyon. Oh my god, it's so cute. And critique is open for this one as well. This was also made for this year's Pride Month, which is awesome. It's a fin mean in this picture. This is a Ethereal Procyon thing. I know, isn't this one so cute? Let's see, hang on. Wait, I can't spell. I can't spell. Oh. There we go. I can do this. I have the ability to multitask. Okay. About 6 hours for me to San Diego. Oh, but you wanted the time off. Oh, dang it. I'm so sorry. I just really hope I get to see you at TwitchCon. You got a juice harp and now, what? Can you explain what a juice harp is? I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. Like I know what a harp is. I've never heard of that before though. And it's nice to see you, Bear. Wait, you chipped a tooth? What? Are you okay? It's a mouth harp. Oh. Yo, what's up, Thor? How's it going, dude? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. So this piece by Ethereal Procyon, an artist says, in this picture, it's us and we're exploring a cave. The characters are clockwise from top left. Okay, we're gonna zoom in on this, I think. Clockwise from top left. Lunith. Dude, Lunith is a vibe. Lunith is like head empty, only crystals. Lunith, Fleet, and Maya. I'm guessing Fleet is the fox. Oh, no, you're totally fine, Knight. I got it. You're doing other stuff. You're totally fine. Please don't feel also like super obligated if you have other stuff going on that you have to be here in the stream and like mod and stuff. Like, I very much understand. You're good. That's why we have like a million mods. My brother sold me his Trailblazer for cheap as a temporary replacement for my truck. Yo, that's awesome. Yo, a Trailblazer, that's a nice truck, dude. Holy shit. Enjoy that. Fleet and Maya. Clockwise. Okay, and then it looks like this one is Eevee. Oh, Eevee is really cute. Maple. Oh, look at the feet. Oh, this is so cute. If it fits, they sit. This is really adorable. Maple, Celeste, and Rose. Wait a second. Wait. Oh wait, I'm. It's this way. Okay, this is Lunith. This is Fleet. I think. This is Maya. This is Rodriguez and Evie. This is Maple. And this is Celeste. And that's Rosie. Okay, I think I got it. That's correct. I know the Pride crystals are so cute. They're so cute. And look, oh my god, so we have a lot of cool little Pride flags. I think this is the Therian one, right? Is this Otherkin or Therian? And then looking at all the different animals, like as a cave drawings, and I think that's a really cool representation of like Otherkin and Therian identities. That's so cool. Wait, what is this one? I don't know what this one is. Can someone tell me what this one is? Hi, Blix, nice to see you. How are you doing? Welcome on in. I don't know what this one is. That's Olympics. What? No, it can't be Olympics. I mean, it can be, but like, I'm assuming the Demi, the crystals, has a triangle shape. Okay, we have like a Pride, regular Pride. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Green. Ah, yes, my favorite hedgehog. Green. Yes. Olympics -1 ring. It's a Venn diagram. Is it a Venn diagram? Like, oh, it might be a Venn diagram. Yeah, actually, I think you might be right, Neb. Also, hi, Teasy. Nice to see you. How you doing today? I really think this is a cool representation of Therian. I think that's really neat. That's super, super cute. And then we have the trans flag down here representing these crystals. And then up here, this looks like, is this Arrow Ace? Is this Aromantic Ace? Arrow Ace, I think. Aromantic? I think I'm right, but I'm like never 100% sure myself. I think that that's what this one is, the crystals. It's just Arrow. Okay. It's aerobics. It's aromantic. It's aromantic. It's aromantic. And then is this one is just the markings of the creature. This tail markings are just markings, right? Unless that's a pride flag in the markings too, but I think that's just markings, but I might be wrong. I thought it was demi-romantic. Yeah, that's what I think. The thing is, like it can be either demi or arrow, because demi is the flag with the triangle, right? And then arrow is just the stripes with the green instead of the purple stripe. Where the purple stripe's asexual, the green stripe is aromantic. Okay. Gex is the green one. It's Gex. Raccoon's like, Gex. I really love how the characters are drawn. They are so freaking cute. No joke, we need flashcards. Like, honestly, I might be. This one is lesbian? Is that right? We got the sunset flag. I'm just enjoying those crystals. And then, I actually don't know what these crystals are. What are these ones? I don't know if this is Arrow Ace right here? Wait, what? What? In this stream, queer streamer doesn't know her freaking pride flags. This must be an alternate flag. Oh, I know. This is the Arrow Ace, but I think it's like, it's kind of like the sunset flag. I really like this flag. I just got thrown off by the white. The crystal textures do work really well. I like them a lot. Yeah, this is Arrow Ace, sunset Arrow Ace. Yeah, I think you're doing that mispronouncing thing. It's aromantic. Wait, really? I do say aromantic. You're right. It's I-romantic. I-romantic. What? Is it I-romantic? Make stuff up. Speech check. Not I. A-romantic. A. Okay, there we go. I got that one from Night. Okay. How are you this bad at reading? I have a reading learning disability. I'm dyslexic, dude. Welcome to my life. Welcome to how I see the world. Okay? It's I-romantic. Okay. Okay, absolute mood. What is going on? I don't know. In this stream, streamer brain go burr. Yeah, exactly. So for streamer brain go burr. This one is gender fluid, right? Is this one gender fluid? Yep, I got that one right. Okay, and I think we got them all. I really love this piece. This is really, really cute. I know, the gender fluid crystals with like little stars and stuff. The detail, attention to detail is really with it in this. Isn't it nice? Yeah. That's not fluid, that's a rock. It's minerals, Marie! Also, I really like the way this like kind of little ridge here along the rock is highlighted to show as a it's kind of shows that it's like a solid shape where the light is hitting it, and it really looks like a geode, really. Yeah, it looks like a geode. I did point out the trans flag, yeah. I did that like in the beginning. I went like here, and then I went down here, and then I went up here. I don't know why I went in that order. In terms of critique, the shadow perspectives are off. Yeah, I think that would be probably, so when you're doing it, I'm with you there on Manatee. I think when you do an environmental piece, and you do like a landscape piece, I think you really gotta pay attention to the lighting. I think the lighting, yeah, where is the light source in the piece is confusing. And I think like, since we're showcasing crystals, this would be a really cool like opportunity to have the crystals be the light source, right? And I can show you a really, really easy way to do this, okay? I'm gonna show you like the easiest way to do this. So like make a new layer, set it to, maybe not multiply, we'll do overlay, and we're gonna turn down the opacity. And then on the little color picker wheel, I'm gonna grab like a nice, like a deep blue here and fill the whole thing, right? Go a little bit darker. And now I have like a little bit of like a darker look. Now, if you wanted to go and do a multiply layer on top of it, now we have an even darker look, right? So now I like really darkened the whole piece. But what you can do is do a layer on top. Now every program, the layer is like a little bit different. Some of them call it luminosity layer. Clip Studio calls it add glow. And then we can grab like a color and a nice soft brush here and just kind of like highlight around the rocks that we want the light to come from. And then you can do a filter. Where is blur? Gaussian blur. Where's my blur? There it is. And then we can kind of blur it out. You can also do this, like, you can paint the light source in manually, but it's just like a really easy way to like do like a blurry light source. From like these. So let's like, you know, we could take like a purple light and like do the gender fluid crystal here. We could do like a blue light source around these ones, and then do like a orange around here, you know? You can kind of blur it out with, oh, my tablet is not connected properly. You could blur it out with like your, just by hand, or you could do the Gaussian blur thing. And this is just like a really, really easy way to add some quick, kind of like light source around stuff, you know? But yeah, we want to think about like, where's the light source? You know what I mean? Like that's a really important thing to consider whenever you're doing an environmental piece. And like, I'm gonna go and I can blur it again, so it's kind of a little more blurred, and bam, you know what I mean? And then you think about like, where would it, our fight channel is ready for release. It's something different than the official teams. Oh no, we'll use the official teams. It's just like to encourage folks to like participate within the community and give folks like a little place to like trade. Yeah, my pressure sensitivity is straight up like busted right now for some reason. I want to think about like, where does the light go, right? So if the light source is from this crystal, it's gonna hit like on the character, especially when the character is so close, looking at the crystal right here, right? You're gonna see like a light hit this side of the rock, you know what I mean? Wow, the sensitivity is really bungled. I might have to restart my Clip Studio. And then this kind of creates a more like, sort of, I guess I want to say like a space within your space, right? Is like, you think about where the light source hits. Now that's just like one idea on what to do with the light source. Another thing with the light source is like, you know, it could be coming down from the ceiling. It looks like the light source right now is like kind of ambient, just like a focus on the general overall, you know? Yeah, universe enhancements, this little dude in the back is like, wow, this one's my favorite in the back for sure. Hey Ryan, nice to see you, thank you for the raid! Yo, how was your stream? Quiet, what's up? Welcome on in, nice to see you fam. What's going on? We're doing community art showcase, welcome, welcome. Oh my god, thank you for getting the shout out for Ryan. Hey, how you doing? Welcome on in. Yo! I finally started to play Balatro a little bit. I was watching Danny play it, and I think I'm kind of understanding it. I can see the shadows. The light is from the POV. Yeah, so it looks like the light is from the POV. I think Thorn is right. Which is interesting, because the shadows, like, they're not incorrect if the light is from the POV, but it's almost like maybe from the perspective of like a person shining a flashlight into a cave. I actually kind of like that. That is actually kind of cool. Yeah, it's so sick. Go with a flashlight and found the goobers. You can even do something like if you want to emphasize this idea of this flashlight, this person kind of walking into this space. You could do like an even darker like vignette around the corners. You know what I mean? Like you can darken this and like really kind of show, emphasize. I've definitely got to restart Clip Studio. This is horrendous. That hey, we're looking at these characters through this little like kind of window. You know what I mean? And you can do this with like the same Gaussian blur technique and just kind of like vignette something. You know? I'm not looking at all the stuff in the art program, all the technical terms to give me the same feeling. If the light was in the POV, the shadows would still be different. Yeah, they would be a little bit. I think what we're seeing with the shadows sort of becomes a confusing thing with perspective. And so that's kind of like another thing is like perspective, right? So say we're doing perspective here. And we gotta think about where the vanishing point is. If the vanishing point is here, and the horizon line is here, you know, all of these lines are kind of leading up to this. This is like an easy way to kind of map out what your perspective is gonna look like, right? Hey, what's up, Katie? Nice to see you! Katie, it's been a minute, how you doing? Welcome on in. Wow, I'm getting really technical with this art showcase. I feel like I haven't got this technical in a long time. It's been a long time, so like I'm coming back with the gloves on. I'm like full art teacher mode. Yeah, the crystals reflect light and bounce around. But yeah, sorry, this line's a little bit wobbly, but you know, you get the idea. Is like this would kind of be your vanishing point. So I think with this one, it sort of feels like the person is looking up sort of at an isometric view almost of this room. I'm definitely restarting this after this. My tab was so weird. So it's like, you know, we see this raccoon in the back looks like they're kind of standing at a sideways angle. And if we're thinking about perspective, and this is kind of an isometric, almost top-down sort of view, right? Like, where would the other leg be to show that they're standing at a 3/4 angle? You know, it might be more like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of showing that, like, the placement of the leg, instead of both of them being on the same plane, the legs would be on different planes that would match this isometric plane of view. There's nothing like wrong with having a non-traditional perspective though in a piece. I think like incorporating a surrealist perspective in a piece is totally fine. Like we don't have to make every piece be super realistic as far as that stuff, but I definitely think like I agree with the critique on the light. The lighting I think could be I think more like moody, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, Racknatomy. Hey, thank you so much for the raid alert, dude. It's great to see you. I really appreciate coming by. Thank you. Thank you. It creates a border that's only visible if the light is slightly offset from center POV. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Place shadows almost directly behind objects. Yeah. So there's like, yeah, lighting could help with the characters around the environment. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Okay, second point of critique. I'm gonna bring my friend in here for this one. My old reliable, my good old pal, my good old buddy old pal, stone texture. We love stone texture. Stone texture is everything. Stone texture is a friend. And this is a perfect piece. I've shown you guys like really easy tricks to kind of like use some digital art tools to bring things out, but you can also apply these to traditional art as well. Stone texture is a great friend, and this piece that takes place in a cavern while the characters are sitting on stone And the artist is already showing the benefits of texture. The artist already has a nice texture in the crystals here. These crystals are a different texture as well. This is a fantastic use of texture, where the wall art over here looks like it was drawn with chalk and like tools. And all of the different crystals have different textures to show that they're like kind of geodes and part of the environment, and they are textured differently than the raccoons, right? Especially love this geode. This is just a fantastic little guy over here. But something like a stone texture thrown right on top, like super easy. Like you don't have to, you could get really elaborate with textures. You could like put them to the planes. You could like, you know, move them around, etc., etc. But something that's just super easy like this, set to an overlay and like turn it down in opacity, it already is cool. You know what I mean? Like you can turn it way down, and then we have some nice like texture just kind of like of this stone. And you can kind of easily see that things are stone. And what I would do is like, you know, select it around the raccoons on the stone texture layer, right? And then just like cut it. So the raccoons don't have the stone texture. The stone has the stone texture. The background elements have the stone texture. Or, you know, you can be lazy like I often am and just leave it over everything, because stone texture literally improves everything and is good all the time. Friendship ended with film grain texture. Stone texture is my new best friend. Yeah, stone texture is great. It just makes everything awesome. Grab around the raccoon. There's easier ways to do this if you have like a layered file. Got the stone texture. Right? Yeah, isn't the gender fluid geode so cute, Rookie? It's adorable. But now the raccoon has a nice smooth kind of texture, and it's separate from the stone. And I think that just kind of creates a little bit of extra like kind of visual dynamics going on in the piece for looking around. This guy's stone texture is 11 out of 10. It gets all the GFs and BFs. Yeah, it really does. Stone texture is pretty strong. But yeah, I think like all of these, I think the lighting too, it'd be cool to see how the lighting could be used on the stones, on the geodes, you know what I mean? I agree with the overall lighting and the shadows. And like I said, like I think that is also like a perspective thing too, the perspective. But I think right here is like where the piece is really successful. In the front, these little sitting dudes meet to the stone texture ring. These little sitting characters are drawn so well. And I especially love how the feet are drawn for little raccoons, because like I feel like oftentimes like raccoons' feet don't get drawn like properly. Like we just get kind of dog paws, you know? People are just like, oh, this is a dog? Is this dog? You know, it's like the meme of like a dude holding the butterfly and it's like, is this dog? And it's like raccoon feet. But this artist really got the body and the face shape of raccoon characters very well. I think absolutely just like nailed it. They have a really nice little pointy nose. They got the little ears, the little flat plantigrade feet. It looks great. Yeah, they have ankles that rotate all the way around. Really? Whoa, I did not know that. That is so cool. Wow. That is so cool. Stone texture is stone texture is definitely polyamorous pansexual, yeah. Also, this little raccoon too, little body shape. I just love this one. This one's my favorite. Just the head empty, just enjoying the geode here. It's just perfect. I just really love it. I really love this piece. I think this piece is just so freaking cute. And honestly, this piece is very ambitious too, to draw so many characters in one piece and have so many different types of representation is really awesome. And I think this absolutely just like completely nails the spirit of Pride. And it's really cute and awesome. And I love it. I like the raccoons. I like the raccoons. I like the raccoons, Pride. Did I cover everybody's crit? Let's see. Section of textures that Professor gave me. Yeah. Yeah, film grain texture is really nice too. I like film grain. Yeah. Making a wooden treehouse, stone texture. Honestly, Pretzel, I abuse stone texture in that way. I do that all the time. And I'm not afraid of it. Literally, I'll be like, draw on a marble countertop, stone texture. Draw on a tree, stone texture. Draw on a lake, stone texture. Draw on a cat, stone texture. That's literally me. That is awesome. All right, let's see. The next one. Oh, hell yeah. This is the one I use for the announcement. You're gay now. You're gay now. Bark at him again. Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a combo. It's very good. Oh, thank you, Knight. Thank you. This is fantastic. What can we say about this piece? All right, let's see. Let's get the artist statement. Let's get the artist statement. I was already gay. Now you're extra gay.
Yeah.
You're gay premium. Dude, why is Mix It Up busted? Hang on, I'm gonna close it, reload it. Oh, I know why. My computer's chugging. I forgot to reset it last night. Hey, Roxas, nice to see you. How you doing? Welcome on into the Pride Art Showcase. We're doing community art. Showing off community art here. So the artist statement. Nobody redeem anything. It's not gonna work. I'm fixing my Mix It Up. It's gonna take like 10 minutes. Sorry about that. Profile. Login. Neighborhood Watchdog. Circa June 2025. Made with Clip Studio and Photoshop. Artist depiction of a dog of urban legend that escaped captivity and roamed the city streets in the summer of '78. Witnesses reported the dog frothing rainbow foam at the mouth, running around, barking at the... Can't say that on stream. Barking at the heterosexual. Alleges that the dog is the incarnated spirit of the people of the LGBTQI plus community whose bite would turn is... What is his artist statement? Hey, this is such an unhinged artist statement. The dog's bite would turn people gay. I have to word it very carefully because I'm on Twitch. It's 10 out of 10. Oh my god! You guys are breaking it! Oh my god! You're breaking Mix It Up! Hi, Ark! Welcome on in! Ice Submission! Hi! Welcome! Thank you for the raid! Welcome on into the Community Art Showcase, y'all, where we are showcasing artwork by members of the community. By you all. This is not my art. This is y'all's art. This is Pride Month. Art Submission. What's up? Welcome on in, friends. How y'all doing? If you're new here, I'm Sky. Nice to meet you. And I'm a full-time freelance artist and streamer. And I am in Orbrack form today. And we're doing our little community art showcase. And we're hanging out. We're having a good time. Dude, holy crap. How am I not following you? I screwed up. I fixed that. I'm gonna come bother you in your stream now. Hi, Atlas. Welcome on in. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Hello. This is your art? Let me see. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh, wait, what are you talking about? That's Snurpas. That's a Snurpy mode. Yo!
Oh, big stretch.
Snurpa, you are like a god in animation. I am like so impressed with your animation work. Do you ever like think in frames, like animators in the chat? Yeah, y'all are all destroying my Mix It Up. I just fixed it. Now it's like, y'all are breaking it again. It's fine. It's totally fine. No, seriously, do you ever like think in frames? Because sometimes like, I'll think about how something moves and I think about like how the frames would look and how I would animate it.
It's pronounced Jib.
Oh my god, you guys are, why are you guys breaking my stream? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? I'm trying to look at this beautiful art piece. You're gay now. Barked at him again! Lifetime Achievement Award!
This finna be over.
Yeah, Tomato Dog's broken. Anyway, you're all gay now. Now that you viewed this piece, congratulations. This is by Reek Dog Radik. Reek Deek Redong Radik Bone Chip, aka Bone Chip Ricola. The Bone Chipinator.
You're my favorite customer.
The Reeky Deeky Dong. Reeky Deeky Donka Deeky. Freaky Deek. Let's get some claps in the chat. It's ready to pause the redeems. No, it's too much effort to pause the redeems. Yeah, this is a funny piece too because I always joke that my dog Gumbo. This is definitely Gumbo. Alright, it's Gumbo coded. I always joke that Gumbo is my little gay boy. He's definitely my little gay boy. Like he's a dog, so doesn't have a, you know, like he doesn't have an identity like that. His identity is dog, but you know, like I do joke that he's my little gay dog. Cause I don't know. Every time he goes to the park and goes to the dog park, he always makes a new boyfriend. I don't know what it is about him. The boys love him. The boys love him. But he also loves like mean girls too, so it's pretty funny. He just loves everybody. He's a good dog. Alright, next piece is by Giggity! 74. Whoa, this one's cool and kind of creepy. Whoa. Okay. This one's kind of scary. If you have a fear of eyes. Like, this is an eyeball. Loving Mean Girls is very gay coded. I think you're right. I think Agumbo's definitely gay. Yeah, he's a little gay boy. Who doesn't love Mean Girls? Good movie. Mean Girls is such a good movie. Wait, are you Beagle Bean? Are you Giggity on the Discord? Am I silly? I did, Stormy! We started with yours and we loved it. It was so cute. We loved yours. If you want to rewind to like around the start of the stream, you can hear the critique and everything. We had good things to talk about, like composition. It was super, super cute. We all loved it. We love your character so much. It's nice to see you, Stormy. Welcome on in. I love drawing eyeballs. Such a vibe. Oh, this is Beagle Beans. And you say, critique welcome? Okay. We'll put the little critique thing up. All right. Oh my gosh, hang on. My nose is all stuffy. Dude, I don't know what's wrong with my stream. I have to like really fix stuff. My ad tracker is a little bit broken. So if we hit an ad, I will take a quick break when the ad pops up. Just like if I miss it, then just be like, Sky, it's ad break time. Let me take a sip of soup. Oh no, it's not a paid feature at all, Stormy. You can go to my channel page and click on videos and you'll see the VOD. It's open for everybody. Yo, what's up, Manly? How you doing? My dude! What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Rainbow. Okay, this is Beagle Bean's art. Beagle Bean, what's going on? Beagle says it's an old drawing, but it's fun to make. Okay. Is this like... Because it really, the piece kind of looks ominous. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like ominous presence. Like eye? Okay, so artist name is just eye. Okay, all right, legit. I don't know, it's interesting. I feel like, is the eye crying? Is the eye happy? The darkness around the shadows kind of has this like, it draws your attention into the eye and it makes you question like, what are the emotions being felt by the beholder? I like the surreal take on it. Yo, what's up, Jimmy? How you doing? Welcome on in. We're doing community art showcase today. We're showcasing artwork by members of the community. Oh, I see the ad incoming break now. Okay. Yeah, the eye is in gain. Gay pain. Gain. Yo, bro, I'm in gains. You're in gains, bro? I like the subjective nature of that's a scrib. The scrib's not a bug. A scrib. It's Craig. His name's Craig. It's Scrib. He's supposed to be there. Yeah, I like the subjective nature of like us. The more I look at it, the more interested I am, and the more I'm drawn in because of the vagueness of it and the surrealism. Like, I want to know more. I'm like, why is the eye crying rainbow tears? Like, what is the intention? Because it could be interpreted as like sadness. It could be interpreted as like an identity thing. It could be interpreted as like happy, like a relief. You know what I mean? That the tears are coming out. Why is the eye? Exactly. I also, what's curious is the way the eye, the iris here is like kind of the same shade as the flesh of the eye, which adds to the kind of surreal and almost like unnerving like nature of the eye. You know what I mean? Like, it's really cool. It's really cool. It was kind of closet a couple months ago, so this is sort of like about like a coming out piece. That's really cool. I really like that. Xavier Renegade Angel. Oh, yeah, this does kind of have Xavier Renegade Angel vibes. I like that. Yeah, the rainbow flesh under the eyelid. Yeah, it's almost like the rainbow is kind of like seeping out here. And it's a really interesting use of like a different kind of brush right here along the eyelid. And then it kind of goes into this like spill of color here. It's very interesting. There's kind of like a glow of, like, around the color. I like it a lot. I like the surrealist kind of look. I like surrealist pieces. Does the eye see the hobbits? Does it seek the One Ring? I don't know. Very fascinating though. I really like it. The future is paved with rainbows. Maybe being in the dark? Yeah, I think it is. It's like kind of maybe like your eyes opening and you seeing yourself now, and you're seeing your identity, and you know, being open about it. I would definitely like. I could see that interpretation. I really like that a lot. What do we think about critique? What do we think about critique? Like, this is kind of a weird critique, but like, I almost like, because it has this very surrealist vibe, I almost want to lean into like adding some weird, because there's like a hyper amount of detail in this iris area here, and I almost want to see like little flesh, yeah, tear duct. Yeah, exactly. I want to see more realism. I'm with Manatee on this as well. Like I'm like, I want to see like, where's the tear duct, or like, is there like little kind of like prickles of like where the eyelashes go in to the eye flesh here. Needs more stone texture. Yeah, every piece needs stone texture, obviously. That's it. Definitely the answer. The fade off in the darkness, Bear says, seems like it could be cleaned up a touch, but more nitpick than anything. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think like right here we're kind of seeing this like kind of shape, and you know, it could be more of like a fade, or it could be more abrupt, and it sort of has like an in-between. Like right here we see this like smooth fade off here, but there's some areas where like the shape underneath is still showing over here. Oh, my monitor is a lot darker than my top screen. I see. So the top screen we're seeing more of the shape. Okay. And my bottom monitor, I need to recalibrate the color on it just a little bit. Very intensely dark. Like you can see this right up here. Can't see it on my bottom tablet, but on the top monitor I can see it. Yeah, the corner membrane, yeah. You know what I also think, actually? I feel like this piece could use, once again, back to kind of the composition. We were talking about composition before with the other piece. I'm gonna sneeze. Phew! I feel like this piece could use a little bit more space. So the eye is like maybe a little bit more, in the center. Like that. You know what I mean? Of the canvas. Actually, I don't know. I never noticed how sharp those edges were. More void. Yeah, I like the idea of having a little more void. Let's see. What does the original composition look like? Although I think I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think that's sort of like a nitpick. It's like just kind of seeing options. Do not look up videos of rubbing your eyes during MRI scans. Oh my god, yeah, no. Eye stuff is totally freaky. Hey, what's up, Swomo? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. How you doing? Would the irises actually cast a shadow on the right whites? Not to this degree, no. Because this is a very soft shadow, and it's sort of having like kind of a pillowy, soft shading effect. I don't think it would cast such a shadow. It could be a mob. Like a mob from a game. Like Rainbow Eye. Plus 5 attack. Rainbow Eye has a big aggro range. Oh, we're on ad break? Let's take a quick break. Here, let's see. Taking a short break during ads to get water. There you go. I'm just letting y'all know that. I'm gonna take a really quick BRB. We're gonna get back to the piece shortly. I'm gonna grab some water. And you should too. Make sure everyone's drinking water. It's really important to stay hydrated. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Thanks for your patience, everybody. All right, I had to get some ibuprofen. I got a bit of a headache. A little bit of a headache happening. Sky, this isn't related to stream, but I thought you'd find it funny. At the Pride Festival I went to earlier, there was a big parade, and right after all of the furries in their own section was just Tim Waltz running around in the room. What? Oh my god, that's amazing! Oh, that sounds like a fun time, Pretzel. Did you take pictures? Everyone in the chat, who went to a Pride Parade this season here? The water pitcher your brother filtered tasted heavenly? Oh yeah, good filtered water is something. Yeah, filtered is superior. Honestly, like, anywhere in the US, I would never drink tap water again. Like, our water is filthy and disgusting here. Terrible. You took a photo of Tim Waltz? Oh my god, that's awesome! You took a video! You should totally share in the Discord if you want to. That'd be fun. Yeah, please do, please do. That would be fun to see, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, okay, I think we covered like a lot of really cool points about this piece here. Before we move on, Beagle, is there anything else since you're in the chat that you want to share about this piece, or anything in particular that you want critique on, like kind of, or like a demo on, or anything like that? Mass water isn't terrible. Yeah, I do too, Zippy. I do too. Like, I drink it from time to time. The water here isn't terrible in Southern Oregon, but sometimes it has a little bit of like an algae bloom taste during the summer. Usually straight from the lake in Finland. Yeah, because you got that pure Finland water. It's like from the gods themselves. Thanks for tweaking. You're very welcome. Everyone, give it up for Beagle Bean in the eyeball. Beagle Bean in the eyeball. Thank you for sharing, Beagle. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god, I love this next one. Oh, this one we have a really cute one here. This next one is artist is Ayaz Wolfie. I have like, and hold on, I got a BRB. Something is in my eye. I'm sorry. Give me 1 sec. The next one is Ayaz Wolfie. I'll be back 1 second. I gotta get this thing out of my eye. Wow, it's a bit funny that like after the eye piece, I get like an eyelash in my eye. I hate the sensation of like something being in my eye, you know what I mean? Yeah, last piece infected me. I had rainbows in my eyes. So this next piece here is by Wolfie, and Wolfie says, I haven't had time to draw, hang on, let's just read this before I the critique thing. I think it's just a share here. I haven't had time to draw anything lately, so I thought I'd share this pride art I made back in 2020 based off of some set art of a couple YouTubers I moderate for. We added it as an emo in our Discord and everyone loved it, and even inspired other members to bake Pride cookies. That is so cute, I love it. And then here's a picture of the Pride cookies, which is really cute. That is adorable. Aww, that's so cute. Why didn't I make Pride cookies? What the hecky? An evil counterpart to the Legal Eagle on YouTube? Wait, how is he evil? Oh, this is so fun. This makes me want cookies really bad. I'm not gonna lie. I want some sugar cookies. Miss Slay, thank you very much for the lurk. Happy Pride Month. What is the most gay flavor of cookies, Manatee asked? That's a really good question. Kind of feel like Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle. Birthday cake. Birthday cake is the most gay flavor of cookies. Fruitcake cookies? That's not like a real flavor. I mean, that is a real flavor, but like, that's not a common flavor. Like, I've never had a fruitcake cookie. What is a fruitcake? What about a lemon cookie? Oh my god, we should assign pride flags to the cookies. I think it is Green Hell Draconic. How you doing? Space Oreos. Oh yes, Neb. Yeah. Twinkies. This is a really cute, Wolfie. Thank you so much for sharing, and it's really nice to see work that you've submitted and like, you know, done a while back for a community and reflected on. And it's so, I really appreciate you sharing it here with us. This is really cool. Of course. No, thanks for lurking. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. M&M chocolate chip cookies. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. What's everyone's favorite flavor of cookie in the chat? Like, I want to say sugar cookie for me, but I feel like sugar cookies can be like kind of not good. It depends on how you make it. They gotta be soft and chewy, you know? Yeah, I also love peanut butter too. I'm with pretzel. Chocolate chip. You know, chocolate chip is like not my favorite flavor. I definitely like sugar and peanut butter are top tier for me. Like oatmeal raisin is top tier for me, which I know, controversial. But I don't know if chocolate chip, like I wouldn't make chocolate chip cookies. I think for me, because chocolate chip cookies are messy whenever you eat them and they're hot and the chocolate gets sticky and all over your fingers. Time to get banned. I like oatmeal raisin. No, I'm with you. I'm in the oatmeal raisin club. I love oatmeal raisin. Oatmeal raisin's fantastic. Strawberry cheesecake cookie. I don't even think I've ever had that. That sounds amazing. Oh, you're totally fine, Slay. You're allowed to talk in all caps if you want. Snickerdoodle. I like Snickerdoodle too. Hi, Dahlia. Nice to see you. How you doing? Yeah, oatmeal raisin enjoyers rise up. Rise up, oatmeal raisin enjoyers. I appreciate y'all. We're out there. We're real. We're real. We're out here. We're eating oatmeal raisin cookies. Gingerbread? You know, gingerbread's another one that like I'll eat during like Christmas time, but like I wouldn't go out of my way to get gingerbread cookies. You know what's I know my least favorite flavor of cookie is white chocolate chip. But I guess the reason for that is that I don't think there's any like vegan version of it, but like any kind of like macadamia white chocolate chip cookie, I've never liked it even before I was vegan. Like I just never, I thought that like it's weird, like the macadamia nut with the white chocolate chip. And the white chocolate chips are like, if I remember them, they're so sweet. They're too sweet. Snickerdoodles are really cute. Oh my god, that sounds really good. Apple cider snickerdoodles sounds so good. I don't know, a cookie can't be too sweet. It's gotta have a little bit of salt in there. Gotta have a little bit of salt in that cookie. Yeah. See, Manatee also says white chocolate is trash. Dude, all right, still at the parents' gonna head home tomorrow. We'll have a safe trip home, and I hope you're enjoying your day, the last day at the parents' house. That sounds awesome. You like macadamia nut cookies? You love white chocolate macadamia. What does your favorite cookie say about you as a person? Like, what do you think it says? Like, if I like oatmeal raisin, what does that say about me as a person? Like, maybe that, like, I don't know, like I'm health conscious or something, maybe? As that's my pick? Like, what would that say? I would say, like, if you like white chocolate, you like really sweet things. I like fiber. I do love fiber. It says you're a contrarian. I am a contrarian. You're a grandma. I'm not a grandma. Yellow chocolate? What the heck is yellow chocolate? Look at Formula dress up pretty and work on my Gundam model. Oh my god, yes! I'm glad you have a really cool thing to look forward to this week. That's awesome. Grandma Contrarian. I have now been given the new title. Grandma Contrarian unlocked. Spiral date cookies? The heck is a spiral date cookie? Thorn is out here with some like bougie, like premium ass cookies. Like, what are you even talking about? What is a spiral date cookie? Like, literally, what? Oatmeal raisin is a grandma cookie. Sorry, Sky. Okay, oatmeal raisin's a good cookie, and y'all all can stop with oatmeal raisin hate. Big claps in the chat for Wolfie. Thank you for starting up our cookie convo. I would like cookies right now in my mouth. Can I please have a cookie? I want a sweet thing so bad. I have nothing sweet in my house right now. I have like 3 strawberries. Spiral date cookies are the same mid-range cookies. They cost about the same as oatmeal raisin. I don't even know what you're talking about. Spiral date cookies. I've never heard of such a thing. That's some Canadian thing. I don't know what that is. I'm just stating facts. All right, next piece is Psycho Manatee's piece. Let's get the next one up here. Oh, this one is very cute. Oh my god, yes. Oh, I love this. This is super, super cute. Your work is fancy in naming. Are you at a bakery? Let me at Psycho, because Psycho's in the chat here. Finbean. It do be the Finbean. I know, aren't these cute? Psycho Manatee's fantastic. He's such a fantastic artist. These are really, really cute designs. There they are, hello! Alright, let's see. Artist statement. This was yesterday. Hell to the yeah! Completed just now. Major clap! This is tablet art, fresh off the tablet. Get you some fresh lines and some fresh art right here. Psycho Manatee says, my gay ass OCs, color-coded to their gay ass selves. You can critique if you want, but I don't really have anything in mind to get critiques for. I don't really know how to critique this. Like, I don't know. I feel like you have a very, identifiable and like strong style. So I feel like if you want to critique, I'd have to know like what you were looking for to give critique, honestly, on it. So let's just talk about the, we can talk about the outfit designs and everything. I think that's really cute. Okay, so on the left, do you want to give us a little like names and intros for the characters here in the chat so we know who we're talking about? Oh yeah, you work at a small grocery store, you have a bakery in the valley that supplies like 90%. Oh, that sounds really nice. Oh my god, I don't know if Legend is in the chat, Legendary Vegan. But Legend knows of the fabled accidentally vegan pumpkin chocolate chip Kroger cookies. Well, we don't have Kroger's here, but we have Fred Meyer's, and I did find them, and they are real, and I can have them again. There's also like a bunch of pies that are vegan for some reason. Like I got like some kind of, it wasn't blueberry, a Marion berry pie. Like a lot of these like pre-made pies and stuff in grocery stores just don't have any eggs or milk in them for some reason. I guess it's just cost cutting, but anyway, sorry, we're not talking about actually, I'm sorry, the cookies, guys, the cookies really, they really got me. Like my brain is cookies. Okay, so the bunnies are April and Miriam, their wives. Oh, that's so cute! That's adorable! Oh my god, I love that! Okay, so we have bi bunny, we have lesbian bunny, and then over here we have a snake person. A snake? What is it called? What is that in fantasy lore? A snake? I don't, like Ninjiri or something? They have like a name, like a fabled, like a lore name. The snake is Tom Collins. He's one of those accidental trans characters because I made him male when I wrote him and then found out how the species is based on. Oh, Mariliths are all women. Oh, wow. Mariliths. That's really cool. That's really cool. I just embrace it. I love it. I love how like the outfit designs incorporate the flags as well. Oh, yeah. There's a few names for snake people. Yeah, I think that's what they are in WoW too. And then the last one is Morgan. I know this character. Oh, I absolutely adore the outfit. Yeah, I love how you incorporated the flag color. Sorry, navigating on my tablet is difficult. My cat is all over me right now. I love how you incorporated the outfit colors, the flag colors into the outfit. Especially in this one. I think this one like might be my favorite. For the demi flag, the demi ace flag. It's so freaking cute. And I like this one too because it's a trans flag, but it's like really nice and kind of subtle. And like you have the pink of the bow reflected up here and the pink of the hair tie, and it just kind of like brings it together really nicely. I really like that. I know. I love this character so much. Morgan is like one of my fave characters and like that I know of like like stream friends have. I think they're so freaking cool. Yeah, it's like I love like all the different art. Like you have a whole backstory invented for her, right? So she's so cool. I also really like this little skull cane here. Yeah, she's a whole comic. Wait a second, she's like a whole freaking comic? A promo of that shit! Post that link in the chat right now! It definitely feels like a bartender outfit. Yeah, this definitely feels like a bartender outfit. Okay, so like, question. If we had like anthropomorphic snake people, would they have to wear like snake pants? Would they have to wear like one singular pant leg? Yeah, let me see that. Wait, how did I not know you had a whole comic? What? I didn't know you had a whole comic. I knew you had a stream. I'm dumb as hell. My brain. I'm bookmarking this page. I'm gonna read this later. This is awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you. This is what you ask? This is the first question you need answered? I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking, you know what I mean? I don't know. Just thinking. Anyway, moving on for the snake person. It's just the fact that the snake person has an apron. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Oh gosh, my phone's going off in the other room. 1 second, y'all.
It would appear you are in need of a professional.
Monkey!
What did I return to? Leaf saying, no way I'm dragging my snake ass grundle across the asphalt. You get a rash that way. No, because they're snake people. The snake is made to slither. Today's Sunday, right? Meds reminder. If you have meds and you haven't taken them today, here's your meds reminder. There you go. Yeah, like that's like, you don't, like dog feet. Like dogs don't need shoes because they have dog feet. They have dog feet. All right, the answer is that snakes don't need pants. I've come to this conclusion. You're welcome. Anyway, I think this outfit's really cute too. It really incorporates the colors of the sunset lesbian flag. The thing I really like about these outfits is how they incorporate the colors of the flag. You're welcome, Muffin. There you go. Okay, we're not going to talk about grundles in the chat. How they really incorporate the colors of the flag in a beautiful way. I'm sorry. My brain's cursed. I'm sorry, Manatee. I think Bye Bunny is my favorite. I think she's my favorite. I like her the most. Oh no, I like Morgan, but out of the furry characters, I think. She's cute because she's a little short stack. She's a little shouty. Shouty! So adorable. I also really love a bi character represented. I think that's really cute too. I think it's important to make sure that like all of our identities and identities and pride flags and orientations are represented in Pride Month, you know what I mean? And I know that, like, I feel like a lot of times, like, bi folks, like, I'm bi/pan, and I feel like we don't get, like, a lot of representation sometimes, you know what I mean? It can be hard, you know what I mean? It can be hard. So shout out to all my bi and pan friends in the chat. I see you. You're seen and you're loved. I know, the Demi Plague doc is so cool. Yeah, this is also my flag here too, Demi flag. Yeah, I see you. You're visualized. You're seen. That's me! Hell yeah! Let's give it up in the chat for Psycho Manatee! And, in case you didn't know, the Finbean, Psycho Manatee, also streams. So take a second and go drop a follow and go hang out. When they do art and vibe and hang out and watch them draw their cute little characters. Manatee's a heckin' good bean. Manatee, you've been super kind. You've been like hanging out in the community here too for a while. I know we met through Loading Artist. A bunch of us did, like Wolfie and you, and I think because Loading Artist is just awesome. He's a really nice guy. He cultivates a fantastic community as well. He's awesome. Okay, next one. So for the next one, I can't show the first one probably on stream because it has depiction of, I would say, since it's a photography piece. Good night, Stormy. Good night, good night. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so very much for submitting your art to the showcase. So I think the next one, because it has depiction of death and it's a photograph, it may not be okay to show on Twitch, given I want everyone to be, you know, understanding. It's not it's not like an actual person who's in pain or injured anyway, but it's a photograph. It's a photography piece meant to show a fallen soldier. So I will show the let me make sure I'm messing up here. I will show the second piece that Bear submitted, which kind of, I don't know, it kind of more or less like censors it. But in a very funky and cool way, a very creative way to kind of have a different version of the art piece to be shown. You are all welcome to look. Yeah, you can see the uncensored part in the private community. It's not like really my desire to not be able to show it on stream, but just to be clear, like, any piece that I'm not sure may or may not step over Twitch TOS, I'm gonna be leaning on the safe side. So that's just, you know, we're on Twitch's turf here, so it's like I can't, you know, show stuff that's potentially gonna be against the Twitch stuff. So anyway, so this is critique requested. And it's gonna be an interesting piece to kind of approach with critique because there's two different versions here. So the artist statement, Bear says, made a piece about the fallen who fought and died to get us to where we are today. Took my brother to a national park and made him trek through the marshlands. I hand sewn the pink triangle to his sleeve. So the original piece is a photograph of a fallen soldier with a pink triangle sewn on the sleeve. And so for those of you who don't know, the pink triangle was, how do I talk about this in a way that is appropriate for Twitch? This is really hard to dance around. Can someone in chat explain the pink triangle? I'm sorry, I have to really be careful about what I talk about on Twitch. Like certain things are not allowed to be talked about, and I'm not sure if that is like something that I can verbally say. Anyway, it's a historical piece about a fallen soldier, and I think the way, yes, thank you, Pretzel explained it very, very well. Thank you, Pretzel. Thank you. So I think that what's really interesting is that, Bear, you took the photograph and you created a really interesting kind of variant of it so that we could show it on the stream here, which is really interesting. So it's like, you have this like kind of funky screen printing effect. And I think I've seen you do this kind of screen printing effect before, this kind of like CMYK print. But what's interesting about this CMYK print sort of effect is that it has like digital aspects to it. And like maybe this is like part of the photo editing program that you're using here, but it's really interesting because it creates these really kind of funky and strange little like geometric shapes and stuff. And then I like how you chose to kind of leave the pink triangle kind of as like a visual point popping out here. And then I think this is really interesting. You have like the pink text and stuff. So what do we all think? What do you, I like it's a different piece to critique because it is not it's not an illustration, but I would say it's like a surrealist photographic piece. I hit mosaic and then did the screen tones, but it looks like you did mosaic. It looks like you hand selected different areas and applied mosaic, right? I think, and applied the screen print tones. So I guess like, since you're looking for critique, I kept writing we as he because of the font. Oh, that's actually a very good critique that I wouldn't have thought of. Uh-oh. Leaf is gonna come in about the kerning. The kerning. The blood and triangle were different layers. Oh, okay, so that's how you were able to have them at different sizes. Okay. So, the kerning. This is a stylistic choice, Leaf says. Oh, okay, Leaf says it's a stylistic choice. I actually think Leaf is right. Leaf is correct. It is a stylistic choice. It's kerning. Yeah, it is stylistic. I think the text could be exaggerated more size-wise. Because I think like, hi, Am, nice to see you. How are you? Welcome on in. Hello. Hello. Am, how's your weekend doing? How's your weekend doing? That's not a word, Sky. That's not a sentence. How's your weekend going? How you doing today? How's your Sunday? So I guess whenever you incorporate text into a piece, you have to think about what are you aiming for? Because I feel like text is very intentional. I have no idea what these fancy font words mean. Yeah, it's fancy graphic design talk. Weekend's just started for me. This day is 5 out of 5 work. Oh, nice! Well, hey, you made it to the weekend! Yo! There you go. Hell yeah, it's weekend. It's weekend for the skunk. So like, what are you trying to go for with the text? I mean, I'm both asking you, Bear, but I'm also like just kind of asking a general question in chat and just kind of like, excuse me, gauge. What do we want? What do you want when you add text to a piece? Do you want it to look like a poster? Are you trying to display a message? Are we using it artistically to kind of emphasize something? How can we put the text compositionally to emphasize the art piece? The text is why I reached out to Bego for a second opinion. What did he say? What was his like advice? What do you think with the text? I quite like the color. I like the pink and the black a lot. And I kind of think like chocolate brownie Cliff Bar better than chocolate chip Cliff Bar. That's a hot take. That's a hot take. Chocolate chip Cliff Bar, I think I could eat longer continuously and not get tired of it. But chocolate brownie Cliff Bar, I eat like one of them and I'm like, I'm done with this for like weeks. Yeah, exactly. The effect is determined by the viewer, but the intent is determined by the artist, you know? Text color made the bottom unclear. I think like another thing I would think too is this little triangle that is cut out here. And I know it's different in the other version too, but I think like I would want to see, I don't know, I kind of like, there's like a glow around it that I'm wondering like, the glow feels like, yeah, I'm still watching. No, I refuse to listen to AI generated city pop video game music crap. Is that what you're just jamming out to for the past hour? Oh Lord. I can't stand those music mixes. I try to always like downvote them when I see them. I fixed the spacing on Lovers. I like the spacing on Lovers. Seeing the original image is a nice contrast between tone and color with how bright and colorful everything is. I agree. I think both of the pieces work together as a pair. I think they work really well back and back. Is explicitly worse version. Yeah, no, absolutely. You know what I mean? Lovers being next to triangle. Yeah, I do like that. And I kind of like, sort of, you know, I see this little triangle and I kind of like, I guess my one thing is, it has this feathering effect where it looks to be like the residual of the photo editing program. And the lover's text has a really crispy anti-alias happening right here, right? There's not an anti-alias, like it's really crispy is what I'm saying. The line is crispy. And so I'm wanting sort of to see the same effect here and almost like a design choice of the pink triangle that is more crisp. Like if I were to take this and make it more like a design choice that's kind of matches the alias of this brush here, the pixels, right? Instead of like this kind of like cut out photograph thing. I think this is just for this version because it is a different version and it's kind of hard to like, we're zooming in way more than, I know, I'm getting like really chunky with the critiques today. But I think also when you have a different version, I know you kind of just like made this really quickly to try and to have something to show on the showcase, and I completely get that, but I have to work with something to critique. It's like you could do like a lot with this like sort of effect here, and you could even like take the text could be bigger, you know, we could like move, like what if we took this whole text and we like made it big? You know what I mean? Like what if the secondary piece was like more about the moving around the text and figuring out like how we could change and manipulate the composition to abstract it, to work with the abstract medium of this sort of like halftone screen printing. You know what I mean? Like changing the different font sizes and everything. Zooming into the anti-aliasing, yeah, I know, I'm like enhance. Anyway, it's a difficult piece to critique because of the circumstance of having an alternate submission that we could show on stream, but I do like, I really love the piece, and I also really love the time that's taken into your photography work that obviously isn't expressed in the this kind of halftone version, but the time that's taken into the costuming. Like the original piece has this whole like costume that's made up, that's really thoughtful and made like put together with purpose, that I think is really cool. Like finding a shooting location to do the photo shoot. And I've been saying this for a while because I really like your photography, Bear. I really think that like you should really get into like film photography. I think it would be really fantastic to see you get into film photography, and like kind of maybe like a cool idea for a project for you would be like replicating like historical photographs. I think you've done that a few times in the past and stuff too, but I really love the mixture of like the meaning of historical costuming work with this very modern design aesthetic that's sort of almost Andy Warhol inspired design aesthetic that is very interesting. It's really interesting mesh of styles and eras of artwork coming together. And Thorn says, whenever I use text in a piece, I try to make it become part of the visuals itself. Yeah, not too easy, but it also makes the end result feel that much more powerful. Yeah. And Bear says in the actual piece, I also took time to desat the eyes to make him look, to make him dead. Oh yeah, you did. You desaturated the eyes. Yeah. Wow. That's a really powerful piece, Bear. I really appreciate you sharing it. Thank you so heckin' much. Does anyone else, and Bear, before we move on, do you have anything else too that you want to share about the piece? Or does anyone else have anything that you want to add about the piece, especially the other version of the Discord that we can't show on the stream right now? It's a really beautiful and very powerful piece. I also really like, Bear, that you're willing to tackle subjects and themes that are deeply personal to you and explore those themes through your art. I think that's a really beautiful and powerful thing. Like that's ultimately, like, I could draw funny furry cartoon characters all day, but there's something to be said about the power and exploring deeply personal and serious tones in your artwork, and I think that's really beautiful, and it's amazing that you're doing that and going through your art like that. Hey, what's up, Toast? Thank you for the lurk. Thank you. Got spatter guards for his legs, you can barely see them. Oh yeah, kind of at the very bottom there. Did you put together the entire costume through like thrift shopping, or like kind of grabbing different pieces of the costume and everything like that? You know, I think that's really cool. Yeah, the actual photo itself. Yeah. The actual photo, it's like a very serious subject matter, you know? Our next piece is gonna be thematic whiplash. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. We didn't get the artist credit. Sorry. That was totally my bad. Oops. Yeah, this one is Bear. There we go. We'll have the messages pinned on a timer, I think, so that way I'm not accidentally overpinning the next one. Yeah, let's get some claps for Bear! Bear, our eclectic bear of the family. We love you, Bear. Thank you so much. It's a joy to see your photography work, to see your mixed media work here. The helmet was already mine, the shirt was Goodwill, pants suspenders was Walmart, and the kit bag in Spider Girls was an antique store. That is really cool. And now you have these props and costuming pieces for other projects and art pieces as well. Have you considered doing like video work? Like, have you ever thought about Bear getting into like multimedia, like videography and like experimental videography and stuff like that? I used to be really into that. Actually, when I was in middle school and high school, I wasn't gonna go to art school for visual art, like painting and stuff, or illustration. My first thought that I was gonna go to school for was like videography and editing, because I was really into doing the video work. And I used to do these really weird, like surrealist video pieces of like weird shots. I would take a little camera around and film like weird things that I found, and it would like film it in a way that like frames like a horror film, but it's like just regular everyday objects. I don't know, I was like a weird kid. That's what I did in my like free time. Deep for the chocolate syrup. Oh, it's chocolate syrup. Oh, did you color did you color graph the chocolate syrup to look like blood? That's actually pretty genius. You found dog tags? The attention to detail is really there, Bear. I'm really sorry that we can't share the original piece as made on the stream, but it is really, really beautiful. Like Night of the Living Dead? Yeah, kinda, yeah. Yeah, I used to love doing that kind of stuff. All right, let's move it on to the next one. Once again, big claps for Bear. Big claps for Bear. All right, like I said, this next piece is gonna be, this is Tonal Whiplash. This next piece is by Snarpa! Snarpa! Here we go. Alright. Snarpadash! Snarpadash! Bear, you need to live in like another time. You know, you should invent like a, like a, I wonder if there are people who like live in a commune, but they're like they live like according to a different era and time, you know what I mean? Like a historical commune. That would be like such a cool idea. Anyway, Snarpa artist statement says, did an art train with a friend recently of his persona, and we decided together it would be fun to do a pride/summer theme. I was happy with how he turned out. Made at the end of last month, critique is welcome. This is super freaking cute. Like absolutely so adorable. I also, okay, we'll have critique open. I really love the like the summer popsicle thrown in there with the Pride Month. I think that's really, really cute. Very cute. Yeah, you did great. Yeah, what is everyone, what are we thinking about this piece? When we look at the piece, what do we all think? Give us our thoughts. I think very cute, very colorful. Hi, Pancake. I'm gonna feed you in a few minutes here, honey. My cat's really upset with me right now. I really love how you did the hair. Like, it almost has this kind of, like, beautiful, like, reflective jelly-like texture to it with, like, shiny marks, and then you have, like, kind of this, the cool little, like, the classic anime shine where it's, like, hard-edged on the top, and then it kind of fades out on the bottom. I really love how that kind of shows and illustrates hair shine. I think one of the things I really like about this piece is how, like, loose and, like, it's not like, the piece is there to be expressive and fun, and I can tell that you had fun with it, and you're not, like, over, like, fixating on, like, line, everything being super cleanly. Like, I think it actually has a lot of personality in the sketchiness of it, like, a little bit of sketchiness in the hair, and the sketchiness over here, and, like, in the face. I think, like, sometimes leaving a piece a little more loose and sketchy, it can have a lot of, like, kind of power and movement, and personality that sometimes we lose in translation when we like make the lines super clean. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll up and see. Bear says the lace on the arm is throwing me off, not gonna lie. Let's see, what's up with the lace? Whoops. What is that noise? Oh my god, it's in the music. Sorry, I thought like one of my dogs was squeaking. Oh! Yeah, that's kind of scary, but I'm assuming that's like a character thing. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome on in. How's it going? Hello! Welcome, welcome. Yo, dude, how's your Sunday? We're doing a Pride showcase. This is like a character. This is, yeah, part of his design has corseted arms. Yeah, I could definitely see how like this is, it's also drawn so believably, so it looks like painful. Like a little painful. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Okay, but look at how like this, look at how this fabric is beautifully done here. Okay, I gotta get away from the arm, dude. The arms, like the more I look at the arm corset, it's actually like freaking me out. It's freaking me out. It looks so realistic. It was a good day. Just played Overwatch 2. Nice, dude. You get some dubs. You get some big dubs. Hey, Rex, nice to see you. How you doing? I couldn't pull off an arm look. Yeah. It's like a Sylveon idea, so I get the idea. The idea is like the character's Sylveon. But I think because it is drawn very realistically, it makes you think of, okay, it's scary. It's like inflicting, like, yeah, it's like the underlayers. I don't know, Leaf. I don't know. His style is much more cartoony. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Like, if it was, oh, it's only the fur styled up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think if it's like, I don't know. This is not even a critique at this point, but I'm just like, if the lace was like this, sorry, my tablet's a little bit borked right now. And we just do that? Like, that already kind of fixes it for me. Like, that fixes, yeah, Hellraiser-ish. Yeah, that fixes my, like, body horror, vibes. You know what I mean? You know? I could do that, but I gotta grow my arm hair. Do you see what I mean? Does this, like, fix the, like, sensation of it being skin or something? Because I feel like it doesn't bother me now. It doesn't really bother me. It just... like there's like shading underneath, so it's like implied that it's like over a layer. Yeah, okay, but it's fine. That's all. That's not even a critique of the art. Like, if anything, we're like, Snurp is really good at rendering fabric and they did a really, really good job with it, and now we're all like looking at it like, wow, this looks real. Also, like the way the shading on this bow is drawn is so fantastic. I just want to say, like, the use of both like the hard shading and then doing the smudge tool, in the right places, in the right areas of the piece. Like right here we see this like, let me use this little one. We see the like form right here and here very clearly, right? And then right there. And then right here we see that this is like a soft edge. This is a soft form. And yeah, Snurp is really, really like very good at knowing what forms to be accented where. I think the same thing here, like this has a nice, beautiful hard edge shadow. Where this has a really nice mix of a soft shadow to show like the skin or the fur here is soft. Maybe if there's like fur texture, it wouldn't look like skin. I don't know. It's really, really good. Yeah, someone who did a lot of surrealist painting. This stuff doesn't bother me, but it's interesting to hear that perspective. Oh, I could definitely see the background of surrealist painting. Yeah, the bow is phenomenal. Yeah, the rendering is fantastic. The arm corset? Well, I don't think it's like, it's, the thing about like AI is that like nowadays, because AI is so freaking rampant everywhere, it's like, it's a problem with AI in general encroaching in artist spaces, right? It's not a problem of Snurps or like any artist, but it's a problem that like, because AI is so rampant and encroaching in our spaces, like it has conditioned people to see something that's surrealist, you know, possibly an artwork and think this could be AI. Yeah, this is definitely not AI. It's very clearly not. But I don't think that was the critique or what Bear is saying. I think it's just like the idea that as viewers, we become conditioned to question if something is like human-made or AI-made, which is unfortunate. This is unfortunate like reality that we find ourselves in as artists and viewers as well, you know. Mancy says my nitpick critique is that the bottom left forearm is a bit too short. Let's see. More forearm. Yeah, I could see that. It really didn't bother me at first. I didn't really notice it. But I could see that. You know, actually, I like the bow. I like the arm corset. I think it's different. I think it's cool. It's a cool character design choice. I think it's bold, and I think it's a really cool kind of like for a Sylveon character. I like it a lot. And also like the way like this rendering is done right here. The fabric is just absolutely masterfully done. And all the little attention to details with like the hearts and the stars and stuff. I mean, this is not an easy character to draw. What the heck music is this? You can open your hearts mix? It's really weird. Let's do Sonic Jazz. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, 100 out of 10 cloth work. Yeah, the technical work is lovely and composition is very clean and clear. Yes, yeah, and this character is a really complex character. You know, like there's a lot of design elements that are going on that I think as artists, and I encounter this all the time because I draw a lot of OCs and characters, you know, we get given a character that's a little more complicated like this, and the thing is, sometimes we don't know. Obviously this is Snurpa's friend, so they did like a trade, so, you know, they knew a little bit more maybe about the character and everything, but if you're just given this character as like a commission, you don't really know, like, it's not clear if, like, for example, certain aspects of the design are like, need to be the exact same in the exact same spots, or if it's like, you know, if it's like, has a little bit of leeway. I'm talking about like stuff like stars or markings and that kind of thing. So I like absolutely applaud Snurf for taking on such a complicated character and really just, like I said, like I think the overall looseness of it is just wonderful. And look at the way this hand shading, dude. This is insane. That's beautiful. Like this right here, you can see the knuckle right there. Look at that. And then it kind of smooths out. And then right here, you see this knuckle right here. An incredible use of form. Incredible use of form. Absolutely fantastic use of form. I really love how you do the shading and then it kind of blends down here. You have the hard edge here and then it kind of blends. Did you use the smudge tool? Or are you using like a watercolor brush? And are you using Clip Studio? Also right here, this is a really great like use of like ambient lighting. So we have like the under lighting here. And it's a really nice way to showcase like a form that is concave. So we have the arm here that's a little more concave. And we're able to actually kind of trace the lines and see the form because of the way Snurpa has done the shading, right? This little light of this little line of light sort of brings the shape back in and shows the the form of it all. It's just really, it's super well done. You can really see the shape, you know? Yeah, volumetrics, that's what I'm looking for. The blur tool, yeah, you're really great at the blur tool. It's really good. I'm trying to think of where I would
big stretch.
where I would critique. Is there anything in particular that you feel like you're looking for as an artist for critiques there? Snurp is another member of the community here that's just a fantastic artist, so when I see their art for critique, I'm like, you know, I want to know, like, is there a direction that you feel like you want to, like, kind of, an area of the piece that you feel like was weak, and why? Is there an area of piece that you feel like, or an area of in general that you feel like you're working on? Because I feel like, your work's just really fantastic. It's really good. I especially love, like, this area right here. With this cloth fabric. It's really well drawn. Yeah, like everybody said, it's really, I think Manatee has a good, that was a good critique with the arm, the forearm length, with the proportion. And I think that's sort of like when you have a character where you're clearly showing the volumetrics, right, and the musculature of the character. We can easily see, it's a little more obvious when the proportions are like slightly off because we're really seeing that the character has like bones and a body structure, you know? The subtle rim light and the darker edges, yeah, I really like that, yeah. Yeah, blur tool. Oh, thank you for Sip. Thank you. Yeah, I never used the blur tool. Yeah, the course is a tattoo. Yeah, absolutely. This pose is hard because I was trying to get more of a shot from slightly above, which is why I ended up cropping it the way I did. Oh, you know, I always end up doing that same exact thing, Snurpa. And I know exactly what you're talking about. I know, like, when you kind of want a more slightly top-down perspective, it's almost like, I encounter this all the time as an artist, and I think it's because we draw this sort of front, forward-facing, horizontal view kind of pose all the time. We almost end up defaulting to it, like our hands just go when they do that, right? I encounter this all the time because I always want to do more dynamic poses, and my monitor is flashing black, and I think it's the HDMI. I think the HDMI cord is dying. Yeah, foreshortening is my idea. Okay, let's do a little foreshortening exercise. Let's do a little foreshortening. Foot, gas dial, pedal, shifter, blur tool. So, actually, if y'all give me a second, I need to restart Clip Studio. It is really jank. It's just my monitor's like a little messed up. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually an engine. Hopefully this fixes my malfunction. So for shortening, if we get a nice little sketching brush, it's so distracting to do this right now because my monitor is literally just flashing. It's flashing on and off right now. So, regular guy. Here's our regular guy, okay? I can do better than that. We're gonna do like a little more three-dimensional. More form. So here's our regular guy, okay? And this is us viewing him directly on. Okay, so this is like horizontal. Hi, regular guy. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Hey, happy Pride Month, everybody. It's me, regular guy. Hello, everybody. I'm neither fast nor furious. I'm just a regular guy. Anyway, so if we're looking at this guy just like a regular, like, just normal horizontal kind of pose, and you're looking at this one, right? So this is sort of like the pose, you know, if we got regular guy, you got the little hand here, and then, you know, this thing. And regular guy's like, I love popsicles so much. And there's the popsicle, right? And this is kind of like the same. This is sort of the same regular guy, direct horizontal view, all kind of. This is like what I'm the same way. And I see that like when you posed it, you did have like an angle. Like you can see. I'm gonna just do this, like, you can see that there is an angle happening here, right? If we break it down into shapes and forms, we can kind of see that it's not completely a regular guy pose. You know what I mean by that? Like, there is a bit of three-dimensionality in kind of a top-down perspective. But I guess the question is, like, how do we push it, right? Because you want to do this pose, you don't want to have just a boring regular guy pose. You want to push it to a little more of like an angle guy pose, right? We want angle guy to come out. So we have a little bit of that perspective, but I think what I would do to emphasize it, you can even like take the transform tool and like edit it a little bit in your sketch stays to like really kind of to move things around a little bit more. It's like, think about like the head being a little bit bigger, right? Now we have this to work with. Yeah, make it more dramatic, exactly. Even sometimes, like, if I take this as like the base, right? And then I'm like, you know, I can push this a little bit more. This is my regular guy just transformed a bit. Let's push it a little bit more. Let's start with like a cone. You know? Let's start with a cone. Think about these shapes. Think about the forms. You wouldn't even see the neck at all. The hand might be even smaller. And this would even be shorter because of foreshortening. So you wouldn't even, like, this little part. Oh my god, all my stuff is, like, breaking, dude. This is terrible. I'm sorry. My whole system is, like, kind of breaking right now. And then this hand will be bigger because this hand is, like, holding the popsicle up here. Right? And the ears would maybe be a little bit more like this. So you're thinking like you're rotating the whole form. You're taking the whole thing, you're rotating it, and you're kind of like, really, like this is not it. Like you're kind of pushing it all, to the front. If we think of it like a shape, maybe I should back it up and do a shape, right? If we think of a shape, straight on is a rectangle. And then a little bit of a top-down view. We have a couple things happening. We're seeing the forms appear in three-dimensionality, but we're also seeing it kind of warp in where it's bigger at the top and smaller at the bottom. This is like basic shit that Snurpa already knows, but this is kind of for the whole chat too, so this is not really me talking as you, Snurpa. And then we want to even like push it to make it more fast and more furious. my god. I'm sorry. This is like so bad. I don't know what's going on with my top monitor. Everything is like kind of breaking. This is like crazy right now. My whole system is... It's so distracting when my monitor is just flashing repeatedly in my face. Anyway, you see where I'm going with this kind of like, we're really pushing it. We're really pushing it. Yeah, till the foreshortening gets furious, right? We're really like squishing, we're emphasizing the forms. And I think like this is kind of an exercise that like, even this right here, I would even take this part in and I would just like try it out with forms and shapes and sketches. I would do some sketches, do some gesture sketches to, and using like references I think would really help. I would even take this and I would like move this down a little bit more. You see what I mean? So the top is like a little more visible. Yeah, but these are like different stages of the kind of foreshortening happening there. And I think I'm very much, as an artist, I always end up at this stage. This is always me. I can do like a little bit of foreshortening, but I never push it to this stage. And that's like my mistake as an artist. That's where like I want to work and improve on myself. And I think really what that starts with is gesture sketches and just kind of like doing quick gesture sketches, following photo references, you know what I mean? So that you're kind of like working from a reference that already has a lot of foreshortening, and you can kind of like, you know, use your trained eye as an artist to kind of like get that down before until we get our sort of like our hand-eye coordination and our visual library queued up with a lot of kind of tricks, you know, foreshortening tricks that we can just easily throw out at any piece without a reference. Hey, what's up? I'm Floyd. Welcome on. Thank you so much for the heckin' raid. How's it going? Hello. Welcome. Anyway, oh, thank you for the shout out for Floyd. That was my TED Talk on foreshortening. There you go. What's up? Hey, welcome on in. Yu, nice to see you. How you been? Hey, what's up, pals? How you doing? Happy Pride Month, everybody. Sundice, how you doing? Welcome on in. What's up? Yeah, I am? Normie! Oh my god, you were talking about donuts? We were just talking about sweets earlier, and like, I am so hungry for cookies. And I want cookies now. Yeah, we're talking about foreshortening and art tips and all kinds of things like that. Welcome on in. Yu, it's great to see you. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Yu is a TwitchCon pal of mine. Are you going to TwitchCon this year? How's everything going with y'all? And hey, that is the username of all time. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. If y'all are new here, I'm Sky. Nice to meet you. And today I'm Warbrag, and we are doing the Community Art Showcase, and we are showcasing this really beautiful piece by Snurpadash. Like, absolutely. Oh, wait, hold on. To get more. Isn't this cute? This is so freaking cute. And so we're showing off Pride Art and doing critiques and kind of talking about different like art tricks and stuff like that. And Snurpa was like, you know, I want to push myself with perspective more, and I'm in the same exact boat as them. I need to push myself with perspective more. So I'm talking to myself too with the perspective right there. Like, I feel like I really draw like the same thing over and over again. Hi, what's up, Conkles? How you doing? Welcome on in. I am no longer not here. Whoa, it's nice to see you. Welcome. Oh my god, I love that emote so much. And you're playing Marvel Rivals. Nice. Excellent. Okay, wait. Scroll back up. You just played Marvel Rivals, and Floyd, what were you playing? Welcome. Ali, what's up? Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate that. It's nice to see you. How you doing? Aw, Combos, I love your emotes. Those are so cute. Those are adorable. And Ali, welcome on in. Happy Pride. How you doing? We did Fortnite and some art. Do you want to share the art that you're working on? Drop a link in the chat. Feel free to. Let me see if I can get Yu a biggie shout out here. There we go. Now I can do it. Now it'll let me. Anyway, on that note, this is Snurpadash's art. And I want to give a couple of big claps. Can we get some claps in the chat for Snurpadash? They're one of my favorite artists on Twitch. They're really fantastic. And Snurpa, do you want to pop some of your emotes you've done? I have to wait a minute before you give another shout out. Do you want to pop some of your emotes that you've done and animated in the stream? Because Snurpa is not only a fantastic artist with like really great illustrative rendering skill, we can see here, but they are just an incredible animator. Like, they think in frames. Look at that animation. They think in frames, and it is freaking amazing. Really, really awesome. No, I'm not sweet. I literally am just like, I'm just being honest. Like, your art's really cool, dude. Your animation, your art is like freaking amazing. Phenomenal work. But I love looking at your emotes and your animation work, because Pancake You're turning off my monitor right now. That's not cool. Because you do a really great job with stretch and squash in your animations, and you can really see in all of your animation work, like, you have a really great foundation of like the stretch and the squash and overshoot frames. Yeah, Pancake is turning off monitor. My cat is mad at me. Yeah, anyway, Stirp's amazing artist. Please go follow them. They do art streams too. They're really awesome. They're good vibes over there. Yeah, Stirpa knows how to Tokyo Drift. That's right. Stirpa is literally a Tokyo Drift streamer. They're just out here like Tokyo drifting. All right, let's go on to the next one. Bye. Definitely Good Cinders. That's my Frank. That's my Frank. Frankopop. So Frank is really cool. Oh, and let's really quickly before we move on to the next piece, let's show. Oh, that's awesome. This is really cool. A character sheet. Oh, that's really cool. Before we move on to the next piece, let's really quickly show what Floyd was working on. That is so fantastic. Oh my God. You know what I love about this? Floyd, this is super like early 2000s, like nostalgia vibes with the style. And I am like, I love it. I love that art style so much, that cartoon art style. I'm a huge fan. That is awesome. Thank you so much for reading and thank you for sharing your art. Thank you. I'm a big clap also for Floyd. All right, the next piece is by Definitely Good Cinders. My brain is faulting out, I need sleep. Good night, Leaf! Thanks for hanging out! Thank you! And this one is just a showcase here. This is not a critique piece. Oh my God. Oh wait, there's a miniature. Leaf, wait, Leaf, do you want to see the miniature by Knack before you go? Because I feel like Leaf would be a really good... I just want to show you the mini. Leaf has seen the mini, but this is cool. This is by Knack. And that is really cool. I love to see mini painting in the community. I still got mini paint all my stuff. Okay, I gotta get through these because I also have like a massive headache and like my monitor's falling apart and it's flashing and everything's breaking and it's really bad. Okay, this next one is by Definitely Good Cinders. So what's cool about Frank here, I have known him in the art and furry community for like a long time. He only recently started picking up visual art. And the house is crumbling around Sky right now. It really is. I actually had like, I think the fireplace we have has like a gas leak. I gotta tell the like property owners about it. I think it has a gas leak. I'm not kidding. There's like a gas problem. So Gumbo is smelling it, and like earlier I was like, it smells really weird in this room. So yeah, I think I might have a gas leak. Anyway, so Frank just started drawing like fairly recently in the past like couple years. Has been a couple years. First a toilet, now a fireplace. I know, Wolfie, I gotta get out of here. I gotta buy a house. I can't rent anymore, I'm done with it. And I just think it's really cool to see. Speaking of early 2000s, like nostalgia style is really neat. So Frank says, I don't know if this is a count, but I do D&D twins I drew a little bit ago. They're half elves and I played them in different sessions. That is very cool. We love drawing our D&D characters. We'll cruise on to the next one here, but I think these are really awesome, and it definitely has that early 2000s like cartoon style nostalgia, which is awesome. Oh my God, this next one is so freaking cute. Oh, and we want to give a big clap for Frank. Yeah, you first shot at home last time. You thought there was a gas leak. I do remember that. There was no gas leak then. Apparently, I was okay. But I guess I could do that again this time if the property owners don't do anything. It's the fireplace though, and they're not gonna be happy about it because it's gonna cost them like $10,000 to like service the stupid fireplace probably. But I guess that's what you get for having a stupid electric fireplace in your house. I don't know, dude. I'm like laughing about it now, but someday when I have a house and I have some kind of fireplace and it needs service, I'm gonna be crying. This next one is by Seagull City. Aren't these cute? Aren't these cute, Plot? I'm gonna call you Plot. That's gonna be your name here, if that's okay. Unless do you have another name you want me to call you? I can't call you by the first thing of your name. I'll get in trouble. Bear says maybe go to a piece of skip from last showcase. Would that be this stream? I don't think it's gonna be this stream because I am fighting like a pretty bad migraine and my computer's having some technical issues. Like my monitor is flashing on and off repeatedly like this entire time, so it's like only slightly distracting to try and do the stream while my monitor is kind of broken. So I go by plot if you like. Okay, that works for me. And I go by Sky or Rack, by the way, so either one is totally fine. Or Attack, that's cool too. Most houses don't have fireplaces. Yeah, fireplaces are just like, I feel like a regular fireplace is totally fine, but this one is like a gas fireplace. I would never want to have a gas fireplace. Anyway, Seagull Study says complete June 22nd. In order of characters, is Patch, Tiger, Nuku, Oz, and Wind. Oh, it's so super cute. I will also say, this is a transparent PNG that I copied and pasted into my program. So don't, like, the black background isn't really like intentional by the artist. Hi, Umbra! Oh my god, I hope you're having an amazing vacation. It's so nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Good night, Manatee. Thanks for hanging out. I'm fighting a headache. Yeah, I have, no, you're totally fine. I have like a severe like ocular migraine. It's like, I think it's the monitor flashing and all the screens and stuff. You're good. Please go get rest. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, thank you. This one is so freaking cute. I love little pride flags. Oh my god, I love the pride flag cape. We have a little bow. Oh, that's the Sunset Era flag. Yep. And then we have Pan. Hell yeah. And then, oh, look, a little poly flag. Oh, that's so freaking cute. Oh, and it's a poly flag and it's the ally flag. I think that's really, really cute. I love that. Aww. This is very, very cute. That is adorable. This looks like a Disney show, like Big City Greens or Gravity Falls. Yeah, the art style is so fantastic. Like, it could be adapted into a cartoon so easily. Okay, next piece. Oh, next piece is it's a GIF. So we're gonna, pull it up on Chrome. That's cool. I gotta zoom out though so y'all can see the piece. There we go. And the next piece here is by Sunburst! There they are! Hi, Sunburst! Artist. Sunburst. Yeah. Yeah, I know! It's animated! Sunburst says, I completely forgot about this piece I did for myself back in peak Owl House hype days, and I tried to suddenly put the buy flag in the background. Version 1 was very obvious, but version 2 is not very obvious. Also updated the animation for V2. I know it's scuffed, but critique is still requested. Okay. We can put the little critique thingy up. Boop. And my little Webkins frog snuck into this picture because I couldn't, how could I not include him as my little animal partner / palisman? I never seen Owl House. I still need to see Owl House. So I don't know how this is Owl House related. Oh, okay. The animation is slightly different in this version too. The arm goes in and out instead of just waving back and forth. Yeah, I think I like this animation. It's just a different loop. Actually, Snurpa would be a good artist to help critique this one because they're a very talented animator. I guess I would ask you, I think this animation loop is fine too. It's me in the Owl House style in the school outfit. Oh, okay, right on. I actually kind of like this loop a little bit more. I know it's a little more simple, but I think I'm thinking about this elbow being an anchor point, and it looks a little more like an anchor point here, whereas this one, the shoulder looks like it is moving. You see, with this animation loop, and I think we'd see movement under here on this part with the cape. I have cat hair in my mouth. Oh my god. Yeah, it's everywhere. So I think I like this exaggerated animation a lot, but I would want to see the shoulder sort of move a little bit here. I also think this is a really good use of motion tweening. This is like, oh my god, dude, sorry, it's just Pinky's my lap. I guess I've been petting her and I haven't been noticing, and then her hair is everywhere. Pretty sure I just ate her hair. Just ate cat hair. I had two versions. Second one is a Weeble animation, yeah. Okay. The elbow is the anchor indeed. I had changed animation to hide the elbow a bit because it looked a bit jank when I had drawn it. And the second one you changed it, I think I like the first one a little bit more. I just think like if there was like a little more movement under the cape, you know? Queen, hi! Thank you for the lurk! It's been too long. I finally got my first Pride. Anything got a Pride flag pin. Oh, that's awesome! I'm happy for you, Queen. Happy Pride Month, dear. Welcome back. It's nice to see you and thank you for lurking. So animation. What can I show you to kind of help give you an illustration or an example of what let me open up a file that I have a blinking loop on it because I don't really want to do a blinking loop on stream. But I definitely have a blinking loop. Yeah, I'm messing on Live 2D. Okay, Live 2D is, yeah. Let's see, I got a blinking loop somewhere. I think it's a pumpkin animation, maybe? I don't know if I did a blinking loop on that. Did I do a blinking loop on this one? Oh god, I don't want to open up this file because it's going to be enormous and take forever to open. Sorry, I'm trying to find like an animation I did that has like a blinking loop. I can show you the kind of like eye loop thing that I'm... No, maybe oob. This one does have it, but I don't have the file for it anymore. How do I not have like a blinking animation I can show you guys on stream? Maybe this one might have it. Let me see. Open this up real quick. Does this blink? Or is it just the same? Okay, so I kind of did like a little, this is like a very simple animation. So this is a little different because this is like, I really want to show you with it. Hold on, I'm gonna open up the Twitch one because the Twitch one has really got the sort of loop that I want to show you with this eye thing. Yeah, I'll just open the sketch file. This hopefully doesn't take a year to open. It might take a year to open. It's a really big file. So anyway, while that loads, when we're looking at this, when we think about blinking and like frame use, right? So it's like, what is the fastest point of the blink? And there's something, I think, with like, especially with eye blinking and cartoon characters that works really well called squash and stretch, right? What does this have when I'm trying to show you? Yes, this kind of does. Okay, so this is like a very early stage animation for an unused emote for Twitch. Good night, Mick J. Good night, good night. And so when I animated the eyes, and you can do the same effect with motion tweening. It doesn't have to be with frame by frame like it is here, but you can see all I did to kind of show this was the character blinks, right? And then I make the eye. This is like an overshoot frame right here. Okay, so overshoot frame, and then it goes back down, and then it goes into like a squash frame. So we have like a, when the eyes close, very slight, like squish, the eyes squish a little bit, and then it zooms back up, and then we have the overshoot right here. And this idea is like very kind of, it's kind of subtle with this one right here, but it's the same idea that you see with like, Snurpa did it really well with their emotes, is this sort of idea of overshooting that animation a little bit to exaggerate the blinking. I thought I had like a better blinking one than I did recently. Maybe this one will help with the idea of like motion tweening and overshooting and motion tweening, because this is the pumpkin one I did. Yeah, and it's just like a really slight, you can see with the hands, this is like a really simple animation. So when the hands come together, squish, see how the hands move, like a little squish like that, and they move up. And it's the same idea with the eyes. You can take it and you kind of exaggerate that shape just like a little tiny bit in the frame when a cartoon to make them like a little kind of like squishy and exaggerated. And even with the hands here, I have them separate for like an overshoot frame. So the animation kind of has a bit of a follow through. And this is all like right here with the hands, it's just copy and pasting frames and moving them. It's not, but you can do the same exact effect with motion tweening. With motion tweening, what it would be is this would be one frame of this hand, and then the close frame, you would switch to the close frame in Live 2D. So if you want to do this in Live 2D, open hand frame, and then close frame, and then you tween that hand movement, you tween those hands together. And the exact same thing with this is this, instead of being two different frames here, this would be a tween. And sorry, I don't know if I'm making any sense or if I'm getting really weirdly technical, but, and this would be a third drawn frame, right? So in Live 2D, and you can kind of see this with like my model a little bit, honestly, I feel like I would need to exaggerate a bit more. Bring my model up here. So you see how like when I blink, my ears have a little wiggle? And go easy on me because this is my first model I ever made, so it's like not the best, but that's another way in Live 2D is you mess with the physics, and you kind of alter the shape with it to show the overshoot and the squash and stretch. It's really great. Live 2D is great for that because you can get really bouncy, fun like kind of effects with it. Let me get a little bit smaller and out of the way here. Okay, I don't know if I was explaining this sort of like animation concept well enough, but I feel like I'm just ranting about animation now. And everyone fall asleep. Everyone's like snoozing. Like chat is like, Sky, this is boring. Talking about frames is boring. I think I follow. So like whenever the eye closes, I would stretch the eye a little bit with a frame and then pull it back up. Also with Live 2D, you're kind of like warping that whole eye, so it might be better to have a second eye frame where the eye is partially shut, so it's not just like a warp, but it's like a warp the full frame of the eye, switch to the eye half closed, and then warp that down to the eye closed frame. So you'd have 3 different frames that are drawn, and you'd switch them through tweening. Sorry, it's very technical. Yeah. Yeah, because I got squished in the closed eye shape. And it's so weird. Live 2D is such a different way of animating that I don't prefer it. Like I use it for this model, but it is really bizarre. You have to kind of reteach yourself as an animator and thinking about things. I find like working on a timeline, a traditional timeline, to really be preferable for me as an animator, because like it helps me think about the principles of animation way more clearly and how I'm applying them. There's a really great book called The Animator's Handbook. I have a copy of it. It's really fantastic. I highly recommend it. It's just a really nice like kind of book guide to animation principles, and it's just like perusing through it has improved my animation a lot. I feel like just taking the time to like kind of peek through it. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. But this is awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Let's try and get through these next pieces. Everyone's tired. I'm also tired. This next one is Nax. Sorry, and then this big clap, everybody. Big clap. Close these out here. Close the timeline. God, now I want to do animation. I think I'll have to animate some of the emotes I'm working on. Yeah, this is my first time using the program Live 2D. Yeah. I think doing something really simple for Live 2D in your first project is a good idea. That's why I made this orb shape, my raccoon, because I didn't want to make a body and a face and a head, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna make it really easy, and I'm just gonna make it an orb. And it totally works for what it is. It looks like a cartoon, but I think if I redid this, like tweening today, this model today, I could make the eyes a lot more three-dimensional when I turn my head. It looks a little bit more like she's always looking at you from the front angle, which is fine because she looks like a cartoon. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. We're full of energy. Good night, Beagle Bean. This is fantastic mini painting work by Knack. This is freaking awesome. I'm gonna kind of like go through these really quickly here. Kind of peruse through these. This one. Artist statement. Knack says, I had an unpainted robot lying around and was struck by the sun inspiration the other day. Please meet the Bi-Pride Blaster, or Bi-Blaster for short. Finished on the 27th, the original model by Privateer Press. This is awesome, man. This is so cool. This is really, really fantastic. I love mini painting so much. Mini painting improves your ability to visualize as an artist so much. Hey, well, come on in. Boot, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. Happy Pride Month. I think like any artist, if you are a... Music is too high, my brain is... They put on like relaxing GameCube music. Here we go. Any artist or painter, I really recommend painting miniatures because it's gonna help you visualize the space and like improve your form and like where light hits your light sources so much better by seeing the raised areas and knowing like kind of, it's almost like a guide on where to paint. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like mini painting is its own skill in its own right, and it's very, very difficult. It requires a lot of coordination. And it's, I think Knack did a great job. Like the metals here and everything, the little details, it looks really, really fantastic. This is awesome. This is amazing. Knack, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. Next one we have Kaiju. Has some adorable pride icons. These are so super cute. Oh my god, the characters are so cute. Some little pride icons. And this looks like a little bi flag. That's cute. I really like that. Aw, this one's really adorable too. I love this. This is really, really cute because, let me get like the art credit there. This is like, I love how clean the lines are. The line art is just fantastic. Like super, 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 super clean lines. Kaiju has amazing line work. I'm always like amazed by super clean line art. I feel like my line art is like a mess. So it's really, really nice to see the super clean lines. I really love that. That's awesome. And Kaiju, thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you. Got a little Snoop Boo. Got a little Snoop Boo. And none of these are critique requested, so I'm kind of just doing some showcase and showing these off here. The next one's by Alpha Philly. Oh, yay. I'm typing and I'm doing all the streaming at the same time. These are so cute. Alpha Philly says, I meant to submit these earlier. Thanks so much to you. I made these on 6.3, my personas, and my identity flags. Oh god, these are so cool. Oh shoot. Check this one out. Whoa. This is such a cool way to incorporate the flag, don't you think? This is awesome. I also love how like, this character has knives. They have knives out. Like they're gonna stab you. Like, I love it. This is so badass. This is like really, really cool. Yeah, isn't that cool, Leo? Dude, this character's awesome. This is so cool. And then you have like a little jackalope looking. Oh, I like the earring. The earring's really cool. These are so neat. I love these. I kind of love this character. I want to know the backstory of this character. This character is so cool. I didn't even know like Alpha Philly had this cool ass character. Really badass. Yeah, I know they're both so energetic. I can actually give Alpha a shout out. Alpha Philly is also on Twitch. She's super heckin' sweet. She's an absolute sweetheart. I met her like at multiple cons and just honestly like amazing vibes, like super, super awesome. So yeah, go please take a second. Go follow Alpha Philly. Go follow. Go say hello. And then Kaiju also has another piece coming up here. This one's also so cute. Oh! That is also so adorable. This one is also a sick Kaiju right here. This one's so super cute. And oh, I like the little pie, the Pan Pride flag there. The Pan Pride. The Pan Pride. Dude, I'm losing my ability to speak. This is so adorable. I like Kaiju's character. Kaiju's character is also really cool. I love like the grayscale and the blue. I just think it's a great character design. It's so neat. And the Pretzel Rod. Oh, this one's so cute. Pretzel has a really cute one. All right, are we awake enough to do another critique? Chat, are we up for a critique for Pretzel? Pretzel has a critique. Pretzel's here, so we're gonna give Pretzel a critique. And also, thank you again, Kaiji, for sharing. All right, wake up, chat. We have a Pretzel Rod critique. Pretzel Rod says, in hit video game, Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope, you are able to go through and change the body type and gender of every main character and boss. So using the female Shovel Knight as reference, I drew her and Shield Knight as lesbians. That's so cute. I don't really like how Shield Knight turned out, but I still think it looks good. I also just finished this like 2 hours before stream. Hell yeah! Hello, ladies! I'm awake! Well, good morning, and just enjoying the art. I'm glad you're enjoying the art. Oh, I love this. This is so super cute. I think he did a really great job with the Shovel Knight style. Like having the bold, the dark black lines is like a trademark of the Shovel Knight style. I think he did a really great job with that. Yeah, the blend for the color. Oh yeah, I love that too. Do you guys know what this is called? Does anyone chat know? Chat, do you know what it's called in pixel art whenever you have this like kind of blending? There's a name for it. I'm quizzing you guys right now. This is Teacher Sky. Class, do we know what this is called when we do the blending with the pixel art? Does anyone in chat know what this is called? Do you know what this is called? It's called dithering. And I really like, yeah, I like how the dithering is like kind of, it's kind of this like really cool organic style instead of doing like the mathematics sort of. Usually dithering is more like kind of pattern. Speckles, yeah, maybe it is called speckles, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, because dithering is usually more like a pattern, like kind of even, but this is like a more organic and natural flow. I think it works really well. I really like it. I call it clicking randomly because it looks cool. You know what? It works really well. You know, the thing about pixel art that's interesting is there's simultaneously a lot of rules and at the same time there's no rules. And like it's called the spray can tool. Yeah, no, that's paint. I sort of like, I tend to like go in the, I sort of like, I'm in the camp of like, no rules, do whatever you want. But I also have studied a lot of like pixel art because I got really into it for a period of time, and I could see how like, there are like, I guess I would call them rules, but like principles of pixel art that by following them kind of like improve your work a little bit. I'm gonna open up Aseprite to demonstrate this. I want to show you guys an Aseprite. Let's see. I do like a 64 by 64. Okay. Yeah, I give myself a lot of self-imposed rules that really pop when drawing. What kind of rules do you give yourself when drawing? Do you want to tell us? Like, what kind of... So, like, when I'm seeing in pixel art... That is not the right window. Like, zooming in here. I'll show you, like, a few things here. You feel that, honestly? Yeah, do you feel like you give yourself rules when drawing? I mean, I think we all give ourselves rules. So, because pixel art in nature follows... almost like math, right? You don't want to think of it as math, but kind of follows mathematic rules, where we have like even spaces, right? So there's something here where like the way that we lay the pixels out, we can accentuate and create forms, but we can also like show a more gradual shape here. So like right here, the shape kind of looks like that, right? But maybe you want the shape to look like that, right? So like you would extend these pixels out to this area here. I'm gonna show you like an Aseprite would probably make a little more sense. And like, you know, right here, if we wanted to show the horn having more of a shape, we would pull these pixels in a little bit more and then have like more of a gradual, you know. Let me build an Ace. Let me show you an Aseprite real quick. Let me show you an Aseprite. Can I like copy and paste this in? I don't need to copy and paste this. So, one of the things in pixel art, let's say we are doing a shield shape, and we just draw it like this, right? And this is like pretty decent. Like, oh, it's like, you know, like this is like a little pauldron of armor. You know, maybe the arm comes down like this. Like, yeah, it looks like armor, but like, how could we like oh, the Aseprite file? Yeah, do you want to send me the Aseprite file? Actually, I can open an Aseprite if you want. Like how can we improve the shape? Because there's some stuff everywhere, right? So like we see I'm gonna bring the eraser to like pixels that seem to be a little bit out of place. In pixel art, you look at it and you think, oh, this is gonna be easier than drawing or painting, but it's actually harder because every single pixel has to have like a purpose and a space and a reason for being there. And because of that, it can just be a lot, like everything you make with pixel art has to be a lot more intentional, like right here. You know, like I have to think about, I want the lines to be, I want them to be longer up here and then, you know, go by 2s and then this and then go by 1s to create like, you know, an incline on this shape. Every single pixel is like important in placement. Okay, let me pop open your file here. File, open. Oh gosh, opening this with this UI is gonna be insane. Okay, hang on. Like, it's so hard to see that. The UI there is kind of crazy. Alright. And there are all kinds of like crazy technical terms in pixel art that I'm gonna be completely honest with you, like, I don't know. I'm not like a pixel artist by any means. I'm an artist who's dabbled in pixel art. So there's like stuff like, you know, staircasing and sorry, my downloads folder takes forever to load because it's so big. You can make them up. Yeah, B's a pixel artist. I agree, like I don't think there needs to be a here you go, here's the file. I don't think there needs to be a whole bunch of rules. Like I'm like pixel artists sometimes are very rules based. But like I said, I don't think there needs to be rules, but I think like knowing how to use the tools in pixel art can help improve the shape and everything. And I find pixel art a bit easier because it's more simple in my mind. It can feel more like a game. Yeah, no, exactly. And I think like working at a small scale can do that. Yeah, technically I'm a pixel artist just at a very larger quantity. And B, do you feel like you want to add like any critique on this? And I think like pixel art is also, it's also like, oh, I see the background's a separate layer. Sorry, at a certain point with the critiques, like my brain just kind of explodes. What? Oh. Oh, okay, so you have the layer. You have the layer here. And then you shaded it in there. Oh. I see, okay. Yeah, no critique from you is very good. I know, I'm struggling. I know, Pretzel wants critique. I'm trying to help. I really like it. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm gonna show you like a quick example. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just merge all of your layers here. Merge down. Because it's easier to show. So thinking about like, how do we want, where do we want the peak of this thing to be? Like we want the peak of this like hip pad to be here, and how we tile the pixels to create that sort of effect. A lot of times people will say like down here, and okay, I'm gonna also like give you like a preface to this. So like the reason I know all these crazy weird like stipulations of pixel art is because I was in the Pokemon Infinite Fusion like community, and I did some sprites for that game project and I actually left it because the community was like way too toxic about particularities, and I hated it and all the rules and shit. It drove me nuts. But the reason I know about these rules is because apparently like Pokemon, the Game Freak started these kind of like rules. So it's like stuff like, you know, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then like you go and then you want to do like a slightly shorter one and then a shorter one, and you're kind of already doing that here, and then you do it by 1s, you know, and it creates this like kind of form here, and then I don't know if I'm making sense. The owner of Infinite Fusions are actually so evil. No shit, really? Oh my god, I feel so freaking vindicated. Oh my god, spill the tea. Are you serious? Because I feel so vindicated that you say that. Because like the community is like kind of full of assholes. The game added AI fusions? Oh my god! Oh my god, what Are you serious? Oh, screw that, dude. That sucks. Yeah, no, we don't want none of that. That's pooty, dude. That's patootie. Yeah, no. Yeah, of course they did. Yeah, the community, like, see you have stray pixels like sticking out here, you can just like erase that. It's all about like kind of fine-tuning shit, pixel art, to get the shapes that you want. That's crazy, dude. Like, that's totally nuts. If they were backpedal that decision, all of their artists got mad though. You know what? It makes me kind of want to give them a takedown notice on my art because I don't want my art to be in a game where AI is used. So I kind of want to be petty like that and be like, take my art off your game. I'm sure a lot of artists already did that, you know? They refused to remove some people's art. Are you serious? Even though they had no legal right to, they lied and said they did. They have to make an invalid legal document after the person left the community. Are you serious? What? Holy shit, I completely missed this tea. When did this happen? Dude, this makes a lot of sense. You know what also like really bugged me? I'm sorry, I know I'm just kind of like, I'm just like kind of dawdling around with pixels here while we talk about this game thing, but what really bugged me about that game thing is that like, I went in as an artist excited to use it as a project to like work on pixel art and improve as a pixel artist, and they had all these crazy rules. Let me see if I can, like, do I have any pixel art that I made of this thing? Hang on, I'm gonna have to use a different file opening thing. They had these crazy rules, like certain number of like pixels and a staircasing amount to show like a circle shape and like shading types and rules and shit, and like they had all these ridiculous rules, and they got so mad at me about this one that I did of Lopunny because they said that it made her look too thick or something, like she looked too sexy, and like they freaked out at me about it, and they had me like edit like pixel by pixel to like get it in the game, and it got to this point where I was just like, dude, I don't even care anymore. Like, it got so frustrating. I did so many variations of these freaking sprites, dude. Like, I did this Alakazam, Clefable here, and this like the variations, and then for them to put artists through this bullshit of like all of their stupid ass rules, and then just to add AI. Yeah, please do. I want to watch it after the stream. For them to add AI to their game is such a big that's such a like a dick move. So they had these weird rules about like which way the lighting goes and the direction of the lighting to make it look like a Pokemon appropriate sprite that could be made by Game Freak. But then they had tons of sprites in the game that look completely random and didn't look consistent at all with the Game Freak style. So they like got on the artists for making these like sprites that had to look perfect like Game Freak sprites. And then if you were a new artist, you got scrutinized. But then if you're like a well-known art, they had like an artist who did all these thick like sexy Pokemon, but then they made me edit my thing. Hang on, where's my, this one is the one they got mad at me about. Like, there's nothing sexy about this sprite design. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. It's like a Lopunny, yeah, it's a Lopunny and Lycanroc for like a contest. Like the theme was like a music, like a rock and roll contest, right? And so I was like, dude, this is cool. Like I can do Lopunny design, you know what I mean? And then like I did so many friggin' like variations of this sprite. And then I think I don't even remember like what, like I don't even know the difference between these, but like I had to get rid of the shading on the thing because it looked like leather or something, and then like I had to make the hips even smaller. I don't know, dude. I don't know what is like wrong with people that they look at this and they're like, this is too sexy. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, half of the sprites in the game were made by an artist who does NSFW stuff, and they were intentionally like sexy, and they got really mad at me about this, and like I had to like pixel by pixel change the thigh size. And it was like insane. The community got like, they actually freaked out at me. They like, everyone like got mad at me. Like it was totally crazy. Like I don't even know, dude. Like edited like versions. Like there's so many versions of this damn sprite that I did. Like, and it's like crazy. free, dude. It's like ridiculous. It was like so crazy. Like, I don't know, I got like flamed in the Discord for making this sprite. And I'm just like, guys, I'm just doing this for fun and for free. Like, if you don't want it, then don't use it. Yeah, I had to adjust the thighs. Like, this is what they adjusted down to. And then I think this was like the beginning where the thighs were like this. And then I think I had to take them down to that size. Like, it's like literally, and they were like, they went in like this. Dude, they went in like this and they were like, we need a 3 pixel gap right here. Like, we literally need this gap. Like, you can't, like, I think like right here, they were like, you need to create a 2 to 3 pixel gap in this space. They need a thigh gap. And I'm like, dude, what is wrong with y'all? Like, anyway, I'm sorry. This turned into complete, let's go back to the critique here. This could turn into a total critique, our total thing about Pokemon Infinite Fusion, but yeah, side rant. Yeah, obviously I left that community. I'm not in there anymore. And I wouldn't be going back, especially, it was a cool project, it was fun while it lasted, but I wouldn't be going back with them adding AI to the game. That sucks ass. I don't like that. 6 thighs save lives. Exactly, Leo. Exactly. I love your ridiculous rant. Thank you. So Pretzel says, also my main issue with personal Shovel Knight work is the proportions still feel really off for me on the Shield Knight, like with the arms and legs. Illegally Smite Thal Gap. Wow, I'm sorry, dyslexia really hit right there. I completely mixed up the decimal words. So let's see, what is her name? She's Shield Knight? Shield Knight, Shovel Knight, female model. I want to see her pixel art. No, not body swap. Hold on, pixel art. Okay. Is this the? Open. Here, paste his reference layer. Is this the Shield Maiden right here? Is that her? So you feel like the proportions feel off with the arms and legs. It is indeed, okay. And this is like what you're going for. Yeah, I think the thing is like, and this is kind of like my recommendation I tell a lot of folks with like proportion stuff is if you're looking for like, I'm sorry, what's going on here? Where's the... Tracing over something to learn proportions of something is, there's nothing wrong with that. And just to kind of get an idea of like how big everything is to each other. Because she has like really tiny little legs here. And then these legs are a lot bigger comparatively to the smaller hip pieces, right? Yeah, hand is too short and stuff. Yeah. And so this is also like where pixel art meets just kind of like proportion stuff. Like I would reference like kind of look at the art and think like, okay, how many heads, use something as a reference point. I mean, maybe use a white. I can't like red line because it's all, I'll use blue. So how many of, let's say, her head fit into the helmet, right? Like 1.5, all right, proportionally. How many of her head will fit into her body? About 1 in the torso. Let's say 1/2 for the waist here, and then like, you know, you have like head. And so a lot of times, you go to bed? I love you. Danny's going to bed. Everyone say goodnight to Danny. Let's fix it. I'll switch the laundry later. This is like a proportion technique that like, oh, B says goodnight. Let me close the door so I don't wake them up. We gotta be quiet now. So this is like an idea to like kind of look at, yeah, you don't do sketches ever. Yeah, that's where I would start doing sketches, and I think like with pixel art, we tend to jump right into the rendering, and like you nailed the proportion here on the little dude. But then we want to think about like how our proportion is looking for this. Like I think these parts probably need to be bigger. It looks like, you know, she's got tinier little legs. Oh my god, excuse me, I have hiccups. Comparatively. And then like a bigger chest here, and then like, you know, maybe the head would be like a smaller bit, and then the helmet. Anyway, so like kind of sketching things out would help a lot. I think even with, if you're just doing pixel art, I think sketching. Oh, I drew it all on the wrong layer. I can't show you just the sketch I just did. Hi, Ad, nice to see you. How you doing? Welcome on in. Sorry, we're in quiet mode. Danny went to bed. We don't have a day yet, but I and Kelly are planning a trip down to the Bend area. Oh, that's awesome! Oh, if you let me know what day, I could try and like take a road trip up. I'm about like 4 hours south from Bend. Oh, it sucks because like I'm not that far from Bend, but there's no good roads, so it's like I live kind of in the boonies. I gotta take like mountain paths to get out of here. So like it takes far to get in. It takes a long time to get anywhere. It's so hard not to do sketches though. I'm too much perfectionist. That is part of the process. You gotta just embrace it. You gotta embrace the process of like doing sketches, you know? Like, can I do a new layer? I don't remember how to that stuff. Yeah, it's part of the process, you know? Do a little pixel art sketch. Look at the proportions of the girl. Look at the little helmet thing. Got little wing ears. Got a little hand. Now sketch it out. Now sketch it out. I think I changed my keybinds on. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Wait, why did my clap not work? What the heck? Is there anything else that you feel like in particular? I think my advice would be like, my advice would be doing sketches, honestly. Like, sketch it out, and then do another layer on top. And that's where you can bring the lines in, you know? And you can start to, like, clean it up, you know what I mean? That would be my advice. And sketching an Aseprite is, like, totally rad. Aseprite's awesome. Wow, this makes me want to do more pixel art. I got so excited and inspired today. I want to do more pixel art and I want to do more animation now. Yeah, of course, of course. You really did a great job with the style. Sorry, I like totally I don't know where it is, dude. Where did I put it? I drew over it. I'm a dum-dum. Sorry. You absolutely nailed the style of the Shovel Knight and the color profile as well. You did a really great job with it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having a moment. Oh my god, that's an emote. Now that is like fantastically animated. Holy crap, that's so good. Alright, y'all. On that note, thank you everyone for sharing your art today. I just want to give a big applause to everybody who's been sharing their art and everyone who stuck around to the end of the showcase. Thank you. We're gonna snooze the ass because we're gonna go right out. I am gonna wind down and wrap up because it is bedtime here.
Go to bed!
Yeah, it's bedtime. So we're gonna go drop a raid out. And let's see who's on. Let's see. How timely. Yeah, no. It is bedtime. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. Oh, and once again, before I go... Oh yeah! Trying to make Orbrak dance and I'm just like nodding my head and I look crazy. Okay, before we go, for July, once again, our showcase is gonna be an art fight, Rack Pack community art fight thing. So if you're participating in an art fight and you would like to do an art trade or an art attack with someone in our community, we'll feature it on the stream at the end of the month. We'll feature all of the Rack Pack art fight stuff. So it's not like an official collaboration with Art Fight or anything. I don't know anything about who does that, but it's just like our own little inner community thing, and kind of a place to do like art trades with each other. You also don't have to be doing the actual official art fight to participate. You can just like post your reference and then like choose to, you know, attack, quote unquote attack, do an art trade, an art piece for someone who's posted their ref in the art fight server section in our server. And we'll have that live tomorrow. I'm gonna have it all situated live. We're just like we're getting it. Oh, Knight has already got it like set up. That's amazing. Okay. So yeah, we have a little like reaction to assign your team. That's so cool. And then we'll post like refs in there and we'll get it all situated for y'all. Anyway, we're gonna raid out. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, my brain is smush. My brain is smush and my brain is mush. So let's go ahead and see.